Hey everyone, as I'm sure you know, this is the first part of our Game of the Year podcast. I know it's crazy late and it's not even done yet. This is the first part, not because it was so long that we had to cut it into multiple parts like in previous years, but actually because as of this recording, as I'm saying this right now, we haven't even recorded the second half. So Game of the Year podcast was kind of a mess this year, both because of scheduling and technical problems. So this is going to be the first half, like I said, and starting somewhere in like the middle and then towards the end, there are like these intermittent parts in the recording where we just all start to sound like robots, and there'll be like these sections that are like 30 to 60 seconds long occasionally, where we all sound like robots and everything starts going super fast and all our words are jumbled together and it sounds like a big mess. And unfortunately, there's really nothing I can do short of just like going through manually and cutting out every single piece of that, which honestly would have just delayed this coming out even further. And, you know, so maybe you can catch a few things of what we say in there. Unfortunately, it's kind of ruined. Hopefully, being very hopeful here, hopefully the second half of the podcast will be out about a week after you hear this. But, you know, it's the best we could do, kind of a mess, but I hope you still enjoy it. Still a pretty good podcast, pretty good discussions in there. So please enjoy.
All right, we should just like me and Andy meeting for like the first time, and then be like, oh hey.
No, you should pretend you've known each other for longer than Kyle and Andy have known each other.
I don't even know his last name, so.
Wait, what's your last name?
What's your last name?
Shit. Standoff.
It's beautiful. They're interacting.
I don't know Miguel's last name. Andy's last name is short, so we got that out of the way.
Short? Wait, like literally it's short?
Yeah, no, it's really
short, yeah.
short. It's like 5 characters, probably.
Yeah.
Mine is like 6.
Nailed it!
That was good. That was also good math on the fly.
Welcome everybody to the 5th annual Run Button. Well, this is the 3rd Run Button Game of the Year, but it's the 5th time that we've done it.
Yeah.
Because we did 2. Welcome to the 5th annual Run Button Game of the Year podcast.
Do you want to start that over with 3rd annual? Because I feel like 5th annual is disingenuous.
It's the 5th one.
Well, if it were,
Guys, it's the 5th time we've done this.
if we're talking
Miguel,
about
obviously.
the Complex Button podcast, then it's the
To be fair,
Complex Run Button
it's
podcast.
the 5th time you and I have done it, the 2nd time Miguel has done it, and the 3rd time Andy's done it.
Did I miss 2?
You missed 2.
Really?
Guys,
Yeah.
it's like how they released Final Fantasy 1, 4, and 6 as 1, 2, and 3 in America, but then they just put out 7, and they were just like, guys, it's just 7. Deal with it.
Okay.
It's like that.
All right. Welcome to the 5th annual Run Button Game of the Year podcast.
We're here to give our personal top 10 lists for 2013.
Yeah.
And then we're going to all, as we always have done for the past 5 years, we're going to work together to make an overall list that is like the official Run Button Game of the Year stuff. My name is Kyle Churchill.
My name is Keith Carberry.
Here we have special guest, Andy
What?
Short.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've been demoted to special guest.
That happened like a year and a half ago at least.
I didn't
Yeah.
know I was demoted.
Listen,
yeah.
if you're gonna not be special guest, you have to be here more than once every year, maybe.
The last time you were here
That's
was
fair.
May.
I guess can we do guest starring?
No.
Because you're not starring.
Also with us
Maybe
is
we should better.
returning from last year's Game of the Year podcast, Miguel Correa.
Hello.
Correa.
Correa.
I got
Correa.
it. Now I know your
AKA
last
belt
name.
in English for all you.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
It means
See,
belt?
my name translates perfectly to Spanish. That's so nice.
What's your name?
Your name is Michael Belt.
Yeah.
My name is Andres Bajo.
There you go.
What the
yeah.
fuck?
Because short has a direct.
Without
I
a
got
belt,
you.
I don't know.
My name means like wood or forest.
Yeah, I see that wood.
Yeah.
Pretty sure my name means church on a hill.
Yeah, it does.
Or like a hill with a church on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be more.
I'm not sure there's a lot of mystery to my
correct.
name. Anyways,
When-
2013, guys. What
Yeah.
a not that stellar year for video games, huh?
Sad.
Well, not that stellar year for AAA video games.
There were
Okay.
games.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
give
I'll
that.
take it.
I'm gonna give it to video games as a whole.
You're gonna give it to
I'm gonna
video
give it
games
to
as a
the
whole.
whole
I don't know. I've got some
Video
pretty great games on my list.
Hey, guys, solid effort. C+. Come
Yeah.
back in 2014. Maybe you'll do it better.
Yeah, C++.
I feel like a lot of
Come back with C++ next time.
very
What's
cute.
your problem?
I feel like a lot of games were supposed to come out this year that did not. Is that true?
Like Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs, man.
Watch Dogs. Was
Destiny-
Titanfall
wasn't
originally
Destiny
supposed to come out
pushed
this
back
year?
like
No, it was
year?
always
No.
spring.
Spring.
Yeah,
Okay.
Titanfall. Yeah, I guess they didn't announce it. People were just hoping that it would be a launch. Well, I thought Titanfall was going to be like next holiday, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't. We've talked a little bit about this. I think we talked about this, and you
He's
were
pointing
talking
at
about
me.
this with Keith. Sorry, Keith. Keith and I talked about this, and Keith talked about it with Chaos Time.
Yeah.
Is the person on the internet.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a great name.
What are we talking about?
We just didn't know what our game, leading up to this. Obviously, we have our list now. We just didn't know what our game of the year was.
Yeah.
I know on Giant Bomb they said that, Jeff Grossman said he felt like he had a list of 10 games that was like his 5 to 15 list, but he didn't feel like he had a top 5. I felt like
Yeah, I feel like my list is my top 5's all kind of like a jumble, and I feel really good about all of them being on my list, but I don't feel good about any of them being my number one.
Yeah,
I'm the same.
I thought I wasn't gonna have enough games for my list, but I think I just realized that there just weren't that many games on it that I felt really strongly about. So I ended up with 20 games, and they were all kind of pretty good, they could be on the list. So it was actually kind of harder than usual to narrow it down.
Yeah.
Originally, this was going to be my top 10 games that I played at all this year, but then I played some more games in preparation.
I have some
for
Wii
this
U
podcast.
games on
There's
my
some
list.
Wii. Oh,
What?
So that's
Me too.
then you can tell how
I think
how bad of a year it was.
4 of my games. No, I think 3 of the games on my list are Nintendo games, and then 1 is a Capcom game that's exclusive to Nintendo.
Okay.
'Cause Nintendo's
Oh.
like
because
everything.
we usually all have between 4 to 6 overlap. I think there's going to be almost no overlap
Probably not.
this year.
I'm hoping that Keith and I are going to have at least one specific overlap that we can be a team about.
Yeah, that we've been a team about before.
Well, let's come back to this later.
A
Let's
team,
revisit.
bullies, I mean, they're interchangeable terms.
That's why I don't watch sports.
Sport?
Sport.
What's sport?
Any sport.
Not watching sports is a sport. Think about it.
That's true. I'm really good at that.
So
I disagree.
You disagree?
I'm going to take you up on that one. I would say there's nothing athletic about not watching a sport.
Well, there's nothing athletic about chess.
It's not a sport.
Yes, it is a sport.
it's a mind sport. It's for your brain.
Whoa.
Brain sports.
Yeah.
Mind Sports.
I would
That's
argue-
a good mid-90s game developer name.
I would
Mind
argue
Or-
what we're about to do is a mind sport.
Or a good mid 80s.
It's certainly a mind
B-action movie.
competition in some respects.
Ah.
Yeah. Why don't we start off with this really quickly?
Okay.
So this year, we decided last year that it would be the last year. It would be the final year where we did separate lists for downloadable and retail or full retail games.
If we had separate lists this year, it would be impossible.
Yeah, because last year, I think 3 or 4 of my downloadable games were the same on the list. My top 2 downloadables were also my top 2 overall for the entire year, so that was weird. We picked Journey. I don't know if you remember.
For the number 1 game of the year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
number 2 was Walking Dead.
Wow.
Which is weird because I think it was me and
So, but
and
even
Kyle
though Walking
played it.
Dead was the best game of the year, you picked Journey?
Yeah, I had Walking Dead as my number 1, but I didn't play Journey.
Yeah.
So
Journey's really fucking good, you guys.
Yeah.
I still haven't played it.
Still.
I should play that again.
I should play it for the first time, but I won't. I just won't.
I haven't even played The Walking Dead
Walking
season 2
Dead
yet.
might be my favorite game to have come out in the past 5 years.
It was really good.
Journey was really good too.
Once there's a couple more of the season 2 out, and people say it's still good, then I'll get them.
Yeah, people said the first episode of season 2 wasn't that great, but that also doesn't really surprise me.
I also disagree.
What if
Oh, did you
season
get
play
it?
it?
Yeah.
I
what
didn't
if,
play it.
What if season 2 was
It's on
so
my
bad?
list.
Would it make you not like season 1 or make
What?
you rethink?
Wow.
What if season 2 was like a piece of garbage?
No, I don't buy that bullshit where it's like season 2 ruined I don't ever buy that. I hate when people like the Star Wars movies, like the first 3 the prequel movies
let's not even talk about.
Wait, but that's different though because they take place before and it's like largely different characters. Like I felt like at the end of season 1, I really felt like I didn't want to see Clementine come back. I felt like they should end her story there. So the fact that like season 2, I guess, you play as Clementine, is that true? I think that's really weird.
No, that's pretty cool.
It works. Just play it.
That sounds cool.
I never dig. My point is, I never dig the argument where like something bad that comes out after a good thing retroactively ruins that.
So
thing.
you're saying Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull didn't ruin...
Doesn't affect the quality of the first...
I think that when Indiana Jones and Crystal Skull came out and everyone hated it, I think people are forgetting that that every Indiana Jones movie isn't that good except the first one.
What?
Yeah. Temple of Doom is pretty good, and then Last Crusade is not very good at all.
I'm just saying the premise of the argument is ridiculous because sequels do not change the original product that you loved.
But they can change an ending if you liked the finality of an ending, but then like that character comes back, it's like, it's lame.
Yeah, that's lame. But then I don't know.
Every time you watch Empire Strikes Back,
exercise it from your brain. Just fucking MIB that shit.
I don't know. I think maybe the second 2 Matrix movies kind of ruined the first Matrix movie.
Yes.
Because I was like, they must have made a good movie by accident.
They ruined the series. Like the first Matrix movie is great, but like when you think about Matrix as like a franchise, it's pretty bad.
It is pretty bad.
And that's because of number 2 and 3.
It's not bad. It's just not as good as the
agree,
first
but you're
Matrix.
looking holistically at the series. You're not saying that it ruined the first movie.
Anyway,
That's true.
Video games.
Yeah. I wasn't implying to the second series. I was just asking.
Video games.
Video games.
Wait,
Halo,
no,
Halo
not video
4,
games.
however, does ruin all of Halo. I'm kidding.
It was pretty boring. I thought.
Dude, Halo
That game's
4
so
was
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
Not
Like
that
I
good.
couldn't finish the campaign. It was just
Ridiculous.
Guys,
This is...
I invite
Bro.
you here into my mom's house that I took over for the day. And you come in here with shit like Halo 4 isn't that good.
Have you ever met
Man.
anyone who's loved Halo, who has so dearly appreciated a franchise more than Halo? No. I fucking love Halo more than anything, and Halo 4 is not that good.
But you liked Halo Reach, and that was wrong. And
Halo Reach is good. Halo 4 is better than Halo Reach. I like Halo more than anything.
Are we talking about the campaign only, or you didn't like the multiplayer? Because the multiplayer, it's still
Multiplayer's good.
Yeah,
Full
Halo
package.
4.
but the
Campaign is a ridiculous
I didn't
pile of
even. I
crap.
couldn't finish it. I
A
was
4?
bored in my
ludicrous.
mind.
4?
Yeah. Oh, it's absurd.
4?
Yeah, any amount, yeah.
5 is supposed to come out this year. though.
I will give you...
Did you go back and play any past Halo game after or around the time that you played 4?
No, I didn't. No.
So,
I'll give you that the gameplay scenarios of Halo 4 were fine. The story surrounding that packages and gives any kind of context to those was ridiculous and stupid.
man, listen, this is a different discussion for last year's podcast. So
we're gonna insert this to the end of last year's podcast.
What's retcon it?
no. Real quick, I meant to ask you, Andy.
Yeah.
We well, I guess no one ever heard it because we didn't release it. But last May we recorded Halo 2 a little bit because you were leaving for Louisiana.
Yeah.
You were moving away.
Yes.
And then you did that. And
What's that, candy?
is that food? Did they just bring us? Is that dog treats? That looks
This
like
is
dog
chicken. There's some chicken.
in a bag.
There's some.
For a dog?
No, like in that.
Oh,
sort of
okay.
thing.
Oh, all
And
right.
then there's some candy, specifically Butterfinger, Kit Kat,
Do we got Reese's in there?
M&M's, and Reese's.
I need a Reese's
Okay.
cup.
I'm
Right.
trying to lose weight. This is exactly the kind of shit my
Wait,
grandma
wait,
would
wait,
pull.
wait,
Thanks for nothing, grandma.
What's candy of the year? We gotta figure that out first.
Guys, we're not gonna eat
Well,
these
I mean,
right
the
now.
Reese's cup
That's
is-
easy.
No, we're just putting. We're just dividing. Which one do you want, Miguel?
M&M's.
M&M's?
Peanut
Here you
candy
go.
of the year.
Kyle. These are my two favorites, so either one is good for you.
Kit Kat right here,
Kit Kat?
bro.
All right.
You should have said both. They're
I
his
would
favorite.
like a Butterfinger bite.
You want a Butterfinger? But we can split this.
Listen, motherfuckers, you want candy of the year? The Snickers,
Payday all the way.
Snickers peanut squares. Snickers, like the. I don't know if it's peanut or peanut butter Snickers, and they came in square sizes for Halloween.
Suckers.
It's amazing. I got to
Should we even be eating while we're doing this though?
absolutely,
absolutely
not.
not.
Absolutely
No.
not. I actually, in fact, told you not to.
Whoops.
Because I live with my girlfriend now, and she has a son who's now 4. He was 3 in Halloween. I got to experience Halloween again for the first time in a while,
How's
for
that?
real. And especially because He hates chocolate for some reason. He hasn't gotten to.
Oh,
He has a weird.
so you hit the jackpot.
He's slowly getting over it, but
Well,
yeah,
he
it was
says
like,
he hates chocolate.
I got to go trick or treating, which was kind of neat. But then, more importantly, I had to eat all the candy. So I mean, it wasn't good for my waistline, clearly. But
I think you look fine.
peanut butter, the Snickers peanut butter, candy of the year, I think. The squares, those are pretty good.
I haven't had that, but I'll try it.
Yeah, I should get on that.
I still Kit Kat and Butterfinger are my favorites, and then I think that Payday is my favorite underappreciated candy. I think a
Payday, very underappreciated.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
The underdog candy.
Don't even know what it is.
It's
Payday?
it's
Yeah.
caramel nougat covered in peanuts, salted peanuts. It's very good.
Sounds good. I like salted
It's very good.
caramel.
I love gummy bears. I'm more of a gummy person.
Yeah. Do you like a standard gummy or like a trolley bright crawler?
Nah, just standard.
Keith, you're the worst.
I drop your dumb
Keith is the clumsiest motherfucker.
It's not my fault that you have a landline phone.
I don't.
Just sitting out for him to knock over.
There's always been a landline phone there.
Yeah, and it's 2013. What does that say about this house?
It's 2014.
Our house on the Cape has no cell phone reception whatsoever, so we kind of need a landline.
Well, this is Lexington.
But there's like a weird pocket that's just in this room where like cell phones don't work that well.
Okay.
But we also don't use that. My mom doesn't use that landline at all, anyways. So I don't know.
Keith, how's that busted ass Lumia going for you?
It's going good. I like it. It's fast. It's got a good camera that I never use. I don't use my camera. It's got all the apps that I could ever need.
Okay, guys, we're not gonna talk about this because we only got 2 hours.
Okay, for real. Let's do our
Andy,
lists.
really quickly, you moved away to Louisiana to be a drama teacher, I think.
No, English teacher.
English teacher.
Yeah.
This was something that eluded. This is a detail that completely eluded me.
Yep.
For middle
one of the reasons
schoolers?
it didn't go. Yeah, middle school. Or
You're
high
like an
school.
assistant teacher. They didn't just like let you teach a class.
No, they were gonna make me a English teacher.
for real.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing you can just do in Louisiana. Like they don't even fucking care. Just
Their
be
science,
a teacher.
literally, I also got certified in science. Their
Well, he got certified, so that means that he's allowed to.
their passing rate for the science test is what we would call a C minus, but they will let you teach the subject if you get
If
a
you
C
got a
minus.
C minus?
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Can you wait? So
Let's
tell
be
you what,
honest. I've gotten C minuses in science. I could teach a science class. Let's be real. Come on. For middle schoolers,
Is it just a
Maybe we'll
test,
talk.
or do you have to take like the certification stuff? Do you have to take a class?
I mean, they
Is it
certainly
a
don't
test?
make.
Like,
they-
what is the?
I did the test that you take to get certified.
There's certainly no test involved to make sure that you're a decent human being, or he would never have made it.
No.
But
I lied my way into that.
How often were you late for school?
I was never late.
Never.
No. I decided not to do it.
Okay.
It was too hot.
too hot in Louisiana.
Yeah, too hot.
In the summertime.
No
I bet.
AC.
Ridiculous.
All right. Let's
Yeah.
talk about video games.
Wait. Oh, quickly. What was your experience? You came back after like 2 months. Wasn't that the summer? Did you even teach?
No, I didn't.
You just got there and went.
There was
like,
the
no.
training. I was like, I got there and I was like, man, it's not my scene.
Do you
What's
get
up?
overheated real easy?
It was too hot.
You should have got one of those backpacks you put cold water in, so you have a nice drink all the time and cooling your back.
So here's the thing. I knew you were gonna hate it. I didn't know you were gonna be back so soon. I was like, this Boston kid can't go to Louisiana. What?
It was rural Louisiana too. It's like,
Oh boy,
ugh,
teaching in a one-room red
it
schoolhouse.
was rough. Pretty much. I mean, didn't fly. But now I'm back. I'm going to be teaching drama, which is my thing that I've actually been doing for the last 4 years. So
Oh, that's good.
I'm much happier.
I took one acting class. I could probably teach drama.
I doubt it.
Probably could. You just got to project.
Good.
Then you
Yep,
gotta read-
That's the first lesson.
You got to
did
read
it.
some Aristotle, probably.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Gotta project.
There you go.
What else, Keith?
I don't know. Probably talk
What
about the
other
Crucible.
theater vocabulary do you have locked away in that vault of yours?
Spectacle. There's
Yeah.
got to be spectacle.
Yeah, that is one of.
That's
yeah.
one of the least important ones.
Yeah,
I
it
can't
is.
remember the order exactly, but spectacle. I can't remember any of them.
What's that?
besides
The
spectacle.
Aristotelian fucking.
Yeah, it's that. That's what it
I
is.
forget what those are called, but the 7 of them.
Yeah, you don't remember it either. So there you go.
I know the. Okay, I know what they are.
What are they?
It's character,
Character,
plot,
plot,
spectacle's one of them. Music.
yeah, music, location.
There are 3 others. The reason that
Earth.
matters.
Wind, fire.
Wait, there's the one. There's the one where he
Love,
says There's the bullshit one where he says that the amount of time that the play has to be the amount of time,
Time
it takes
is one
pla-
of them.
Time. There
Time
we
is
go.
one of them.
Yeah.
But the reason I don't know them is because they're
guys.
not relevant to
Video
any
games.
kind of drama or theater anymore.
Right.
Guys.
Exactly.
Video games. Speaking of drama and theater, I'm going to throw down right off the get.
So hold on. So just to recap, no separate downloadable list this year. I gave the option more explicitly to some of you than others.
Not to me.
Not to me at all. I was
the first
never-
time hearing this.
I did to you, Andy.
I'm gonna
And
check.
I think Keith was the only one I didn't mention to.
No, you didn't mention
Had the
anything to me.
option of bringing a special top 5 list.
I can come up with one
Of
really
like a
fast.
topic of our own choosing. Apparently, I was the only one that did it. That's fine, because we don't need that many fucking lists going around, because we were on a time crunch this time. And just because last year's podcast was too fucking long.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did say I could make a special list.
There you go.
He never even told me the time until he said, "Remember when I told you it was 1?" He never told me.
Reminder, podcast 5 minutes. I'm like, what?
Guys.
I'm just saying this could have gone smoother.
I didn't-
Andy, what's your list? Let's start with Andy.
No, I got my special list.
Oh, you want to do your special
I
list
got my
first?
special list. This is my top 5 old ass games that I bought this year.
Okay.
Because Andy, you might not know this, but earlier this year I went buck wild and started just like amassing like insane quantities of like old video game cartridges and
Great.
stuff.
Do you consider yourself a collector?
At the beginning of 2013, I had one Sega Genesis that didn't work, and now I have like 4 working Sega Genesis.
Why?
Because like I would want a game, and it would be like in a lot on eBay, and it would just come with the Genesis. I have like 12 Genesis controllers. Genesis are like really cheap. Apparently they give them away. I went to buy a Sega CD, and I could only get the CD if it came with a Sega Genesis. So that happened.
That's amazing. So,
So console of the year, Sega Genesis.
So I bought all these old games, and I'm gonna read some of my favorites this year.
great.
Anyways, my number 5 is Lightning Force, which was
That's a good game.
That's a good game. I bought it because I saw it at a game shop at PAX, and I went to PAX and I was like, I got all this money and I'm just gonna dump it on shit and not even care. And all I knew about Lightning Force was that it had a really good song, because in trying to figure out what version of the Genesis I wanted to buy, I listened to a comparison of the same song from Lightning Force on YouTube, where someone played the song on 5 different versions of the Genesis.
There are 5 different versions of the Genesis?
Yeah, like revisions and stuff.
Oh. I didn't know they did
There's
that.
like 3. There's like 4 different versions, and there's like 2 different versions of the first version. Anyways.
Great.
It's like a first edition, and then the second edition, and then the second version. And then
Anyways, I was just like, fuck it, I got tons of money, I'm at PAX, here's a game, I'm gonna buy it because it has cool music. And it does have cool music, but it's also a really fun side-scrolling
Shmup.
shooter.
It's a really good shmup.
Apparently it's some classic shoot-'em-up shmup that people that are into those kind of games know about.
I haven't heard the word shmup in 2 years.
Really?
You gotta stick around us
You
more
gotta stick
often.
around.
I feel like
Really.
shmup is a more popular word now than it was 2 years ago.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna get
probably,
into
Which
probably not.
new
I'm not
shmup
gonna
stuff
get
come
into
out?
that debate.
I have no idea. I just hear it more often
Sine
now.
Mora, was that this year?
That was like 2 years ago.
No, it was this year.
Shin Megami
No, it wasn't this
Tensei.
year.
Don't know what that
Do
game
we need to
is.
look this up?
That's like that's a RPG.
No.
No,
No, Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh, okay.
Andy said that.
Yeah, that's
Cinemora.
so. That's the only game on this list that isn't an RPG, which is like that was a weird trend that happened. Also, runners up were Aladdin for Super Nintendo and Lion King, because Keith and I
Nice.
did live streams of those.
Lion King
That was
was
really fun.
great.
Yeah.
Lion King
used to
music.
love
That
that
was
game.
Lion
pretty
King
cool.
was much better on Genesis than on
I would
Nintendo.
I would go over to my mom's pothead friends.
2012
Sega Genesis
anymore.
in the basement forever. when I
Sounds
was
like
a kid.
Sega Genesis people.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the Lion King music through the Genesis sound chip was magical.
Not nearly as good as the NES. Wasn't
You're confusing these games.
Am I? There's not 2 versions, an NES version and a Genesis version
There's a
of Lion
Super
King?
Nintendo and Genesis, but you said that the Genesis
NES?
isn't nearly as good.
Keith, you're
I
confused.
think I said NES, but
Keith,
it's
you're so
Super
confused
Nintendo.
You're
right
so
now.
confused.
Oh my god, you guys are driving me
Baby.
crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Read your goddamn
You
list.
said the Genesis wasn't as good, but it's
Yeah,
way
read
better.
your list.
I think I said NES wasn't as good.
Whatever.
But it's on Super
Oh my
Nintendo.
god. You're the worst. I hate you so much. I just want to kill you. Just want to cut off your fucking head.
What else are you gonna do to him?
How is it that Andy hasn't been here 2 years, and then he's here for 5 minutes, and then he's second run?
It's always been like that, Keith.
Andy's the
Remember how it
one.
was?
You know that Andy's the one that has been canceling.
Keith, you were always third place. It was just second place was reserved for anybody that
This
wanted
son
to
of a
show
bitch,
up.
I'm pointing at Andy, has been making and then
Hey,
canceling
you don't need-
appointments.
You don't need to tear me down. That's not cool.
day of, sometimes day after, for 2 years.
You're being very loud.
You're being loud and dramatic.
You're being loud and kind of a bitch right now.
Yeah, a little bit bitchy.
Other games. The original Final Fantasy was a cool and weirdly difficult experience.
A classic.
It was kind of fun because I actually went on eBay and bought the manual too, because the manual was like a player's guide, which was weird.
What was
I thought
that
you didn't
on?
like the first
Nintendo,
Final Fantasy.
NES.
Yes.
I don't know.
I just remember you having talked shit about it.
Question that I don't want to look up, but if we know, then we know. How did Final Fantasy become a PlayStation exclusive for all those years?
Nintendo decided that there would only be cartridges on the N64, and Square Enix wanted to go all crazy with like their FMV cutscenes and stuff, and have like these huge games that wouldn't fit on a cartridge. So they were like, "See ya."
It was like 3 CDs.
But
when
then
it
they
came
stuck
out,
with it
Yeah.
on. They stuck with it on PlayStation 2.
Yeah, because then PlayStation just became like massively popular.
Yeah, they weren't gonna make like a
in
Dreamcast
part
version.
because it had all the Final Fantasies on it.
Yeah.
Another one was Faxanadu, which was like the first action RPG ever, kind of. Or
That's
the
a really good
original
name.
was Faxanadu. It was originally called Xanadu, and this was the Famicom version, so it was Faxanadu, and they just didn't change it
It's
when
a
they
nice
brought it over.
portmanteau.
Sounds better than like Nexanadu, I guess.
Yeah.
That was like I didn't have a ton of fun with Faxanadu, but I found it weirdly compelling just because I don't know, it was so weird and rudimentary. Like, it had a password system instead of a save files, and like you would level up, but the only thing the level determined was how much gold you would have when you turned on the system. So you would keep all your items, and then your gold would be reset to a certain amount every time you turned it on. So, but like then you could like cheese it, because you could turn on the game, take the gold, buy a bunch of items, save, get a new password, turn off the game, turn it back on. You have the items you just bought, but then you just get more gold.
I'm confused about this password system.
It'll give you like 20 random characters, and then next time you turn the game on, you have to punch it in with on the
And
D-pad.
it'll generate the version of that game.
Yeah, kind of like Mega
You never
Man.
played a game with passwords
No.
before?
No.
Like Lemmings?
What?
Lemmings have
Never?
passwords?
I mean, I played Lemmings, but I don't remember.
Even like the original
how
Punch Out had that, I think.
I'll say this: the original Punch-Out, yeah. What's so great about passwords are a huge pain in the ass, but so much better now that you just have a phone in your pocket and you can just take a picture of the screen. Because if I had to write down a 20-character password every time I turned on Faxanadu, forget it.
That would have been a bridge too far.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're
You're so
welcome.
right. The other game was Dragon Warrior, aka Dragon Quest, which was like kind of like the first, what we would call a JRPG. It's like the first JRPG ever. And that was just, all these games are like kind of not.
Did you like any of these games?
Yeah, no. You know what? I really did like Dragon Warrior for a long time. I didn't beat the final boss because it had like really weird like.
Is this pre-Chrono Trigger?
Yeah, it's free Chrono Trigger.
Because you said Dragon Quest, and I associate Dragon Quest with like, is that not that thing that has like basically just the Dragon Ball Z characters on the cover that I see all the time when I'm in GameStop?
It does have art from Akira Toriyama.
Okay, I didn't realize that this series was that old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like 7 when that happened.
In America, though, it didn't. Like, it had that art in Japan, and then they were like, this is too cartoony for Americans, so they just have, like, some generic fantasy
Kyle,
shit in there.
We've been holding our breath. What is your number one old-ass game of the year?
I think he has 2 more. Did you have 2 more?
I think it's just one.
Wait, that was number 1?
There's also Sonic Mega Mix. That doesn't really count, but, like, I found a Sonic ROM hack that had been burned onto a Genesis cartridge, so it would run in a Genesis. That was pretty cool.
I'll count it.
So many terms just used.
You don't know ROM hack? You don't know what a ROM hack is.
Burned? What's burned?
A ROM hack is basically...
You don't know what it means to burn something, like burn a CD?
Do we stop burn? I thought we stopped burning things now.
Well, yeah, it was a Genesis cartridge. It's kind of old.
Okay, great. All right, good.
Yeah.
a ROM hack is like a mod for an old game.
Someone took the Sonic the Hedgehog game off of the cartridge and put it on a computer.
Yeah.
And then they changed it to make the game different, so it had like different characters and different levels and kind of different graphics.
Yeah.
And then normally you would just download it and play it in an emulator.
Keith, are you eating that chicken?
Yep.
Are you eating the chicken
Yep.
while we record the podcast?
I decided I'm not just going to talk for a minute or two while I eat this chicken.
And then someone put it onto a Genesis again, so instead of playing an emulator, it'll really run on a Genesis.
So it's like a remix.
It's pretty
kinda
neat.
nice.
It's pretty neat.
It's like a remix.
Remix for video games.
It's like so, Miguel, would you say it's like a remix?
I would say it's like a remix.
Sounds like sounds like a remix.
Not a remix, but a remix.
Okay,
Yeah, it was remixed.
great.
Yeah. And I guess I don't know if there's no real order to any of these, but my number one was Soul Blazer, which is an action RPG for the Super Nintendo. I put it on there because I really liked it, but it was also the weirdest risk that I took in buying these old games because it was like $50 and I had never even played it before, but I just heard that it was good, so I was like, sure, let's go all in on this, and I bought it, and it actually was really good.
How much would it cost today if it was released on like iOS?
I don't know about iOS, but like if it was put on Virtual Console, it would have been $8.
Okay.
But it wasn't.
Yeah.
So how about that? Maybe it was. I don't.
Andy, do you still hate old games?
Of course. Not much has changed.
How old are we talking?
Although you're
Like
gonna be
a year.
surprised by my list, I think.
Oh, okay.
On that.
So you're saying on your top 10
Andy-
games of 2013 list, there's going to be some games?
Oh yeah.
That- okay.
We're
Andy
talking
is the
early
one.
90s.
Andy is the one who, in the past, has said insane shit like, for our segment Game Slave, where we would assign each other games that they had to play for at least an hour. I gave him Blast Core on the N64, and he said that it was okay, but he didn't really like it. He didn't like it, but he would buy it if it was released for like Xbox Live Arcade. Like he's like, I don't like this because it's on an N64, but if it was on my 360, I would probably like it.
And this
I
is
like
what,
the
like
N64 controller.
2009? So
The
this is
entire-
still...
There's a whole experience that surrounds a game that's very important to me.
N64
experience-
controller is not a great controller.
It's not a good controller.
It's true. Yeah, so that was my. Remember, we did actually a video on Soul Blazer. People can go watch. Remember, there was like the goats that talked to, like you were like an avid,
Yeah.
You were like a servant of God, so you could do weird things like talk to goats.
I
and
was?
Stuff. Oh, and
Still.
then it had stuff like there was like the guy whose wife died, but he had like a goat. But it turned out like the goat was the reincarnation of his wife or
Right,
something.
yeah.
I think that dog wants to go out.
I think this dog can just hang.
All right. Walking around being all
I've never
distracting.
seen her-
Keith,
I've
let the
never
dog
seen
out.
her
You have to do it
this.
because you were eating on mic.
She's tired of
I
hearing all
wasn't
these
eating.
old
I
games.
pushed the mic away.
You were eating during a podcast.
It's also easiest for me to get up.
Keith, can you refill my water bottle?
No.
True story.
Please,
No.
come on. I got you that thing earlier. Remember when I got you that thing? Wow.
God damn it, guys.
Keith just
Uncool.
taking a small break. We'll cut this out.
Do we...
Will we?
That's my favorite thing, when people inform me that I'll be cutting something out. We'll cut this out. Oh, will we? Good, all right. Well, I'm glad it was easy for you to just say that, because I have to do the work to cut it out.
Wow, that was real quick.
Yeah, I got a new one.
Thanks.
Hey, can you get me one of those?
No.
That's pretty good.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Well, I don't know why that was necessary to be kind of rude like that, but that's fine.
All right.
Alright, so that's old games. I had a grand old time collecting
Old
my old
time.
game. I had a grand old time collecting weird old games. I still have. I got that Sega Saturn for free from that guy that was like, I'll send you a Sega Saturn, and I bought a bunch of Saturn games. We never did like any videos of them or anything, but still got it. I think I
He's
misplaced
just
the
sent you a
controller.
Sega Saturn?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I was saying like he had this story where he said he was they were all moving out of this house that they had lived in together, him and his friends, like during college, and they were like 3 years past graduation, and to quote him, it was getting weird. And so they said they were clearing it out, and they found like a garbage bag in a closet, and he asked around, and it didn't belong to anybody, and he opened it up, and it had like it was like a Sega Genesis, a Sega CD, a 32X, and a Sega Saturn. Or like maybe, and like two... It was like two Sega Genesises, two Sega CDs, a 32X, and a Sega Saturn or something that were all in a bag. And I was like, hey, send me some of that then.
That's awesome. Fame. The gifts of fame. Internet fame.
Yeah, I mean, I am famous. I'm a lot of things. Predominantly, I'm famous.
Yes,
I know.
true.
So I guess we can just get into top 10 Game of the Year lists.
I want Andy to go first because it's going to be the worst list.
That's fair. Andy, go first.
I mean, going through the whole list.
Yes.
Yeah, start at 10, go to 1, baby.
We're not going like around by what's your
We've
number 10.
never
We've never
done
done that. That'd be terrible.
Literally never once have done that.
Just checking. So I just want to do some honorable mentions. These are the 3 games that I played that didn't make it on my list.
Okay.
Actually, no, there were more than this, but these are 3 games that I kind of like. Plants vs. Zombies 2.
Okay.
I stopped playing when it really got into the free-to-play bullshit of, like, you kind of need to do
Yeah, that
free-to-play.
sounded awful.
So,
Yeah.
like, immediately then? Because I heard that
No.
you have to, like...
You can get through a good amount of content before, like, that starts to be a real
I'm gonna go
problem.
get a water because I don't need to be here for this.
Okay.
Okay.
He hates Plants vs Zombies that much.
Oh, did you really want a water? I thought you were just being a dick.
Yeah, no, I do.
Okay.
I want to wait for you, Kyle. I'm going to wait.
You're making more work for me, Andy.
I'm going to wait.
I'm gonna have a piece of chicken.
By wait, I mean I'm going to finish this Reese's cup.
Kyle's going to eat candy.
Is that those peanut M&Ms? God damn, that woman's good.
Want some?
In a little bit.
Remind me.
It won't happen.
She basically got the 4 best candies.
I mean, peanut butter and chocolate are, let's face it, there's nothing better. I guess I'll finish my other.
Did you guys know that Butterfingers are supposed to be peanut butter flavored?
Yeah, that's what they are.
I have no idea for years. I just thought it was like fucking like flaky candy.
What?
Yeah, I've always loved. I know because it doesn't taste like peanut butter.
Yeah, it's what they call
Yes, it does.
Butterfingers.
I thought it, I don't know, slippery. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's like the peanut part is not. Really?
I had no idea.
How did you avoided
my favorite candy.
the taste? Stop knocking that goddamn phone off the table.
No, it's look at how tall it is. I have to reach over here. Who cares? It's a
Stop
landline.
reaching over there. Is that
Doesn't sound
ginger
like you
ale?
guys are talking about the best games of the year.
No, we're not. We're talking
Talking about
about.
Butterfingers, and he didn't know that they're supposed to like peanut butter.
You can get that.
Wait a
back
minute.
closer.
Hold on. Butterfingers do not taste like peanut butter.
No, they don't. That's why I was
Yes,
surprised
they
to learn,
do.
like last year, that it's supposed to be a peanut butter flavored candy.
I don't think so.
It is.
Absolutely is.
Are those supposed to be like a buttery toffee?
No,
thing?
bro.
I
Peanut
guess
butter.
it does taste like peanut
Yeah,
butter.
it
It does
absolutely
taste like peanut butter.
No,
Okay.
here, have this.
All right.
It does not taste like peanut
What's
butter.
up? All right, guys. Okay.
Like now that you know peanut butter, but like it
Absolutely,
really is
peanut
more like a
butter.
buttery toffee.
How did you miss peanut butter?
Look at the bag of the color of the bag.
It's both. It's a buttery toffee and a peanut butter.
It doesn't say
It's a
peanut
brave
butter.
melding of the two.
My other honorable mention is Butterfingers.
That's a good game.
It's a good one. Tiny Death Star. I don't know if you guys have played this
Ooh,
game.
that's a good game.
The reason
of it.
it's not on my top 10 is because there was a point when I realized there's no end game.
Yeah, it just goes
Yeah.
forever.
It just goes forever.
Yeah, you can't like blow up. You can't blow up
You
like a
didn't-
planet.
I was like, what? Like, I was really excited for
You were
like,
really excited for when it would be fully operational,
Yeah,
and
I-
you
When
it
could
would
just
be a
go around
normal-sized
taking over the
Death Star.
galaxy, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, it's only about building the Death Star.
Yeah, so that was a disappointment for me. I put a lot of time into that game for someone who didn't
Yeah.
know there
Yep.
was no end game.
I did the same thing and also didn't know.
Did you buy anything? Did you pay?
Yep,
Well, I mean, there's like there must be a point at which you run out of new things that happen, right?
No, I didn't buy anything. I did some of the shady, like, free stuff you can do to get a bunch of extra
So you signed up for
coins.
Netflix for like a month?
Yeah, like that kind of stuff.
Got a credit
Hulu-
card?
Hulu Plus. I didn't get a credit card. I'm not.
That gives you the most.
Yeah,
It does.
I'm sure it
Then you
does.
just gotta have a credit card though. That's the only problem.
But then it hits your credit. The inquiry hits your credit. Anyway.
All right, you were not even into your list yet.
no.
How is this possible?
Device 6 is my other one. That would be in my list if I didn't realize after I got it that I just hate puzzle games.
That game's
What?
awesome.
Oh, I didn't
Wait, so
play
you
it.
played it and liked it, but then realized it was a puzzle game,
It's
so
too
you hate
hard.
it?
It's too hard. For
So
me.
did you didn't finish it?
I didn't
Oh yeah,
finish
he
it.
gives up on puzzle games.
Yeah.
They don't have like a hint.
How far did you
button?
get at least?
I got through, I think, the first 3 puzzles.
So the first few chapters?
Yeah, but I only really got through one on my own. Then I got hints for the other one.
What?
Yeah.
Man, you really can't do that.
It's hard. It was a hard game.
The first puzzle at least you did.
Yeah, it's hard though.
That's
isn't it?
that's the
second
hardest-
One, second one was pretty easy too.
Yeah, the second and third one compared to the first one are pretty easy. The
But
first
it's hard,
one,
hard game, right?
it is.
Yeah.
It's cool though. You like twist your phone
I just
around.
want
You're
some
like,
va-
wait,
wait,
what's
wait,
me?
wait.
What do you
validation
mean
here.
the first game?
The first
First
chapter.
puzzle.
I stopped
They're
listening.
They're
Oh,
a bunch of
okay.
different chapters.
Sorry.
Anyway, so my 10th out of 10 game of the year. I want to spark some discussion here.
Yeah, nice way to sneak in a top 12 list, but sure, go ahead.
Well,
Top 13.
Top 13.
Top 13.
iPhone
is
game is what if it gets iPhone.
Zelda, a link between
Link
worlds.
between
A
worlds.
blink between worlds.
Nice.
A blink between worlds. I don't know, man. I'm like real conflicted. I don't get Zelda Like, I don't get the thing where
You
like
don't.
people are like,
But
"This is the best thing ever."
She's a complicated princess.
It's
she is a complex woman. I don't know what it like. I mean, it's a good game. I recognize that. Like that's I put some time into it. It's not the most fun thing. Isn't particularly clear as to like what to do next.
They
A lot of the time,
they like mark your map though with like X's. So go here.
sometimes, but like sometimes you can't go to the places where the X is, and like it's like, well, why is this even marked?
I'm trying.
They're just trying to fuck with you.
I'm trying to torrent a thing while we're doing this podcast, and I think I accidentally just downloaded some adware.
It's unfortunate.
I've been distracted. Well, that's-
Why are you torrenting something?
I mean,
you
I feel
thief?
like this game is depending on your knowledge, knowledge of the Zelda franchise to like really understand where to go and like what to do next and like how that internal logic works.
I mean, you
I
only
don't think
literally
so.
play
No,
one Zelda to
it's-
figure it out. The rest of the Zelda.
Actually, the format of like where to go and what to do in this one is actually pretty different from
it
past
is
Zelda
okay.
games.
Yeah.
Then I don't Then it makes it's a big
Normally,
problem
like
for me.
every Zelda game, pretty much. The first one was kind of like that, but every game after the first one was always like you went in a very specific order and got a very specific item progression. And this is like the first one where they just give you all the items and just say, go do wherever you want. I don't know. So
Yeah.
it's different.
Well, you don't really do whatever you want. You can do
But not-
what
You
you
can
want in
pretty
any
much-
order.
Yeah, you can pretty much do the.
But they
play
make
the
it seem
dungeon
more
anywhere.
available. Like they make it seem more open than it is because there's some sections where like I can't get into yet, or like there's an X there and it's like
Yeah.
there's nothing I can do yet.
Well, you got to go buy the item.
Or like I have to like there are some items that are like unlocked with story progression, like the glove thing where you lift the boulder, or you just need to find out how to get that thing.
I can't fucking figure out how to get that fucking glove.
I can't either.
I don't think you need it though to finish the game.
That's my point. Like I don't. Why?
yeah, you
why
might
do people
not.
say this is the best game ever? It's not
I don't think anyone's
Why-
saying that it's a best.
you don't-
why
I don't
is
think
it
you
on
need that,
your
though.
list then.
because it's a good enough game to have made my list. But by putting it at number 10,
It's
I
not-
think
Would your
making a
list be
statement.
more honest if it was a top 5 list?
Yes.
Okay. Go on.
What's your
Zelda
number
would
9?
not make that list. My number 9. Do you get what? How, are you guys going to talk more about Zelda?
I don't have it on my
Talk about
list.
this.
Yeah,
So-
I'm going to be talking about
Okay,
Zelda.
good. Mario Kart 7,
That
The
didn't come out.
fuck?
fun game.
Fuck Mario Kart
Fun
7.
game.
Fuck you and fuck Mario Kart 7. That game sucks ass.
Wait, which Mario Kart is
doesn't
Mario Kart
suck.
7?
The 3DS
The
one.
3DS one.
Did you buy it?
It came pre-installed on my 3DS.
You don't like it?
No, I
Why don't you like it?
I don't. I play it and I fall asleep.
It's Mario Kart.
It's so boring. Yeah,
Kyle doesn't really like Mario Kart.
Mario Kart's kind of Mario Kart hasn't changed. I mean, it's changed a little bit, but all those little bits.
Well, like how
suck.
much do you want it to change though?
I mean, I haven't played a Mario
don't
Kart
know.
game in years, so
It's
it
so
was,
slow.
It was fresh and fun for me.
do you want like Gran Turismo Mario
Me
Kart?
too. It was fresh for me.
Yeah,
It just
super
wasn't
realistic
fun.
carts. Like, oh, look at the fucking polygons on this cart.
I like
so
to get to
smooth.
unlock different carts. It would be nice if they gave you a lot more shit to unlock, but like,
Yeah, it's Mario Kart.
I haven't
Mario
played it.
Kart.
I haven't played a Mario Kart game since the Mario Kart DS, and then before that, the last Mario Kart I played was Mario Kart 64.
well, they could
So-
exponentially expand the content of that game by just giving you like 4 more things to unlock. Like,
The last
it's-
Mario Kart I liked was Double Dash from the game.
That was good. Yeah, the Wii U one has hover.
Fuck
Hovercraft.
that.
Hovercrafts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which, like Diddy Kong Racing?
No, because that's like flying. It's
Yeah,
hovering.
it's flying.
No, there's hovercrafts in Diddy Kong Racing too. There's
No, like-
cars, hovercrafts, planes.
No, but you mean like real world hovercrafts? These are like sci-fi, like the cars hover.
Yeah. Like you go like
They're not
you
hovercrafts.
spin like
they are
upside down,
hovering
like vertically,
cars.
not like
They're
horizontally.
hovercrafts.
Oh, okay.
They're like sci-fi machines that float in the
Yeah.
air.
Okay.
Number 8, Bioshock Infinite.
Can I real quick put Diddy Kong Racing on my list?
That's probably allowed.
Okay.
Diddy Kong Racing came out on the DS like a year and a half ago or something.
For real?
It was probably more than that. But
Way more than that.
it was,
gonna-
yeah, it was probably a lot
I'm
more.
gonna go
like a-
buy that. I love Diddy
How
Kong
is he
Racing.
getting that on a 2013
He's not.
game?
I'm
of the
not.
year?
He's not.
Okay, good.
I love that song. That,
We have really strange rules.
that overworld song.
Well, technically,
is so
Mario
good.
Kart didn't come out in 2013.
What's
It
up?
didn't come out this year?
Mario Kart?
Mario Kart 7?
That came out in 2012.
I only got it. I put it there because I got
That's probably true.
This is
Probably
when I got
true.
it.
If we made Andy only put games that he played this year on it, he would
It'd be
not
like-
have a top 5.
So far, he was doing really well though. That's
these
that
are
one
all-
game.
These are all two. I would.
Yeah.
I mean, I would put in Device 6 and take out Mario Kart 7 if it's not.
I mean, I would do
2012.
that anyway, but
I will say the moments when I figured out a puzzle in Device 6 were great, and I felt very smart.
It's true.
That's why puzzle games are good. That's why people like puzzle games.
But those kind of that's so hard.
Yeah, but these aren't like your normal kind of puzzles.
Yeah, these are intense.
These
bro.
are like
you need
reading
to, like, you
comprehension.
need to take fucking notes. Like I have a notepad of like.
What's the game called? I have
Device 6.
Device 6.
You can't get it on the Windows phone. though,
Yeah.
so-
I have
Don't worry
an
about it,
Android tablet. So
Is
It's
it
not.
on Android?
It's not. It's iPhone. It's
I also have an
iOS.
iPhone. So
Oh, there you go.
Anyway, so that's a good game. Bioshock Infinite. The more I think about that game, the more sad I get.
yeah, you're a
Didn't enjoy
huge,
it.
almost irrational proponent of Bioshock 1.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
I would say
Get it?
I am an
Irrational?
irrational.
yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Ah,
You
rational proponent.
Hey,
Gotcha. What's up?
Bioshock
buddy?
1 is great, and everyone likes Bioshock 1. But I
Bioshock
think Andy,
Infinite doesn't make a ton of sense.
Yeah.
I
Or
think it
like
makes
it
pretty good
does.
sense.
The story made way more sense after the fact when I went online and found diagrams where people explained how the story worked, and then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, but like,
But even then, like the premise of like, okay, absolute power corrupts, absolutely got it. Thanks. I think we did that in the first game. Secondly,
oh, what?
but it's a different type of power, and it's a different type of control.
Is it?
Yes, it is. It's
It
like I
religious?
think that it's like an almost the opposite type of control. Like like Andrew Ryan's Rapture is all about like this.
the ideology is very different.
Yeah.
But the principle.
I guess the
is same.
effect, the effect is kind of the same.
Yeah.
But it's not. But like instead of being whipped up
Um,
into an intellectual
I'll-
fervor.
I think we should just say right now, just spoiler warning. Spoiler
Yeah.
warning on pretty much anything we talk about, but I just want to talk about the end of Bioshock
Okay.
Infinite.
I have not
That's
finished Bioshock Infinite.
What?
Do not. Yeah.
Oh, what?
I'm like almost at the end. I haven't finished it.
Dude,
We have to
come
spoil
on.
this game. You
Fine.
come on.
Spoil it. Wait. Hold on. You don't have to spoil it. You can talk about the good things and the bad things about a game.
There's
without
a
talking
very
about.
specific thing about the ending.
It's
that
why it's
I-
called Bioshock Infinite too. Like you get why it's called that.
Yeah, I do get why it's called that.
Yeah.
But
No, I'm saying like that's you just said we can't talk about what's spoiling. We kind of do though. I mean,
listen,
I don't know. I haven't finished it, and I have an opinion
but,
on why the game's
you know,
good.
you know what I'm going to talk about anyway. So let me just get this point out of the way.
All right.
The ideology that's present in that game and what, like, I don't know what they're trying to put on display or whatever is not interesting. It's like racism is bad. Got it.
Yeah.
Thought that already. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, I think the problem is that
like-
a lot of the country doesn't think that already, and that's the point.
Religious zealots are bad. Like,
True.
get that. Like, it just doesn't.
Again, I think
There's
we live in a country filled with racist religious zealots.
Sure.
So I think that you
Keith,
can't
this is a
say
discussion
that.
about games of the year, not politics.
Yes, I know.
Tell you that every time we record.
He
something.
said it. He said it.
It's a political game. Don't
It's-
yell, please.
I think my disappointment is that in the first Bioshock, Rapture was like a character, right? But it was also like the story was like about Rapture and involved Rapture, and there was really only like there was like a plot twist at the end that didn't really have anything to do with the city itself. But
It had a
like
singular
Columbia
focus.
is like such a side player to like the actual story that's happening. Like it really doesn't matter. It's like it's almost like the existence of Columbia just feels like they needed a weird city because the original Bioshock had a weird
Exactly.
city.
yeah, but
It didn't-
without Columbia wouldn't exist if the main character didn't go through what he went through.
Yeah, I know, but
Sure, but it's not like a mystery. You know, like Bioshock, one of the
it could be any like
I feel like it's kind of a mystery. Like,
it could have been a remote city somewhere else. You know, it didn't have to be a flying city. Like,
I mean, if you want to play that whole like technically, you're
but
technically
nothing
right
has to be
because
anything
I guess
in a
you're
game.
the whole
right.
infinite universe thing, like that's like the dumb thing about the game where you go, oh well, in another universe, this
Yeah.
could be totally different.
well, anyway, I just want to go back to my point real quick. The interesting thing about the ideology of Bioshock 1 was that it was interesting. It was like interesting to think about, like, okay, like what if people can just do literally whatever they want and go into any, like, go down that kind of that hyper capitalism thing. Like that's interesting because it's like a what if
I
scenario.
don't know,
I just think that-
Columbia's kind of interesting.
I just think that the problem is that like people had such high hopes for like an entirely new thing and an entirely new experience, and people are upset that there are things in Bioshock Infinite that seem familiar, but people would be just as upset, if not more upset, if they played it and they were like, "Where's my weird city? Where's my crazy boss? Where's my blah
No,
blah?"
I'm fine. I mean, I'm fine with Columbia being a thing. I'm fine with the gameplay being like fairly similar, and I even enjoyed the combat.
I thought the
know
combat
some
was
people did
great.
not.
I
I
hated
loved
it.
zipping around on shit.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. My problem is that if you're going to take the original developer and you're going to develop what is essentially supposed to be a true sequel to Bioshock, then make a sequel in spirit. Like, it's supposed to be a sequel in spirit, and it doesn't capture the things about Bioshock 1 that
I think that the things that it really
honestly.
doesn't capture are the really moody, dark atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like everything in Columbia is like bright and loud and I think that the thing that it loses is like being scared or tense ever.
I also want to give this game props for even trying to do all the shit it did, because it's incredible that it tried to go after some of those things that I think it falls short on.
Yeah.
But just like
I have to say that the reveal of like the crazy racism thing when you're like standing in the crowd and there's like the stage and they like bring out like these whatever like black people that they had tied up or something, and then it had like animatronic like wooden monkey people and stuff, and I was just like my eyes and my jaw hit the floor and my eyelids hit the ceiling. I was just like, this is happening in a video game right now. Like what?
Yeah.
Like,
and then there was that was it like Order of the Raven or something? What was it called? Where all the people with it was near the beginning.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember.
Yeah, like that stuff was crazy.
My main problem with Infinite was that it became completely linear. That there really wasn't any... Like, Bioshock was all about, like, walking around. Like, you had a map because you needed one. And there's no map in Infinite, but it's because you don't need one because you just, like, kind of walk forward. Like, it's not always that simple, but... Or, wait, I guess there's maps, like, around in the environment. But, like, I missed, like, the exploration. Like, you know, the original Bioshock had an arrow that pointed to, like, where you could go. But, I turned that off because I didn't want it. And, that's what I missed most about.
I think that's a function of the environments in Rapture were much closer. Like, they were smaller, and there were a lot of small rooms and small areas. And then Infinite seems smaller, even though all the environments are bigger, just because it's outside for the most part, and there's not a lot of rooms.
Well, now that you mention it, that's true. I didn't think of it. It wasn't one of my criticisms at the time when I played it, was how linear it is. Because it was packed with so much stuff to look at, and there were segments of that game where I got lost and didn't know.
Yeah, me too.
And I think the original Bioshock really popularized audio logs, and I really feel like Bioshock Infinite killed audio logs because they put like real serious like necessary plot elements that like you need to understand like the world and how the story even makes sense, and they put that in audio logs that you could just miss, and I missed a bunch of them. And like,
oh really? I kind of ended up finding all of them, like, just by playing through. I don't think I missed any of them.
I missed a bunch, too.
Yeah, but you didn't finish it yet.
I found all the ones to this point.
After I finished the game, I just went and got, like, a YouTube video that was just, like, every audio log, and I just listened to it.
Do you think if you had found all the audio logs, or if they conveyed all that information within the game itself, you would have liked it more, or the game would have made more sense to you?
I would have liked it more. It wouldn't have made the game on my list, because ultimately my main complaints with Bioshock Infinite are just, like, the gameplay. I just didn't think it was fun didn't find the combat compelling.
Swinging around?
Just didn't. No, I found it completely useless. I know some people are like, I'm swinging around all over the place.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Yeah, I was swinging around all over the place. Were you not like you can slow down and speed up? Were you not doing that?
Yeah, but I don't see the point.
Like so that you could shoot people, and then when they turn around and see you, you can zoom off and then go to their other side and then slow down.
I
like to shoot people until they're dead, and then just move on and shoot the next people that are over there. I didn't really see the point of like zipping all around.
I like the zippy thing, but there were like maybe 2 or 3 good arenas where it was in place, and then that was it.
Yeah, sure.
I would have liked some more.
But like the big good thing with it was it let you get up to places that you couldn't reach.
I thought handymen were not fun.
That was my least favorite part.
They were not fun. They also, I missed the audio log where they were explained at all. So they just started showing up.
That was a really good audio log too.
They started showing up, and I was like, okay.
Well,
sure.
you see them like in the beginning, in like that carnival section.
Yeah, you see them, but you don't. I had no idea like what.
Yeah, the handyman audio log is one of the better ones I heard.
Also, just in general, they had like I know I don't really pay attention to previews for games, but I just get some of it through osmosis when I listen to like game podcasts. And I know early on they showed off the scene where like Elizabeth opens a tear to like I think like Paris or something,
Paris.
and it's like Revenge of the Jedi is up on like the marquee and stuff. And I heard about that and was really hoping that was like a small piece of what was gonna, and like there would like I was hoping like maybe you're just like traveling all over different universes and going all crazy all over the place.
You wanted a Sliders game. You wanted Jerry O'Connell to come in.
I haven't seen Sliders, but probably.
Okay, Sliders was an early 90s sci-fi TV show. I think it was sci-fi, where
good.
Jerry
No, I get
O'Connell
it.
was
Yep.
a genius, and he invented a thing that let you jump between universes, and then he got trapped, and his evil parallel universe clone got trapped in his life.
Yeah, that's exactly
I'm
what I
glad
want.
you made a
Yeah.
reference to something that we would all just.
You guys have never watched Sliders for real?
Never seen
Sliders is really
I've heard
good.
of it. I mean, I've heard
it's like campy and kind of dumb.
I'm
but
gonna
it's
finish this list real quick because we're running.
Oh,
over.
okay, go ahead.
Ridiculous Fishing is next. Great. The
That's an
best
amazing-
iOS game
That's
to
a
come
fun
out this
game.
year.
Yes.
Really good game.
Should be more content for it though.
Yeah, there should be more content, but like you can go and play that game, and it's
What else have they done? Because I
love-
remember hearing that. Like,
Well,
I played a game that the
what
people
they
made
didn't
that.
do is they didn't make it free to play, which is great because you can just buy the game and then play it.
It was $3.
which I enjoy.
You get
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's like this whole free to play thing, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, no good.
The Wolf Among Us is next.
Actually, I should say there's a great video on YouTube of Jonathan Blow giving a speech about like why free to play sucks.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Go find that. I don't know
Alright.
how to find it, but Google Jonathan
He has
Blow.
opinions about
Probably
things.
right. He has a lot of opinions. The Wolf Among Us is next. I mean, Telltale.
Oh, I didn't play that.
It's good.
It is.
Wait, which game?
Wolf Among Us.
Wolf Among Us. It
No, I
has
want
some
that.
weird, like there's some weird things happening tonally in that game. It's kind of tongue in cheek at some points, but about very serious like scenarios.
Yeah.
Because it's dealing with like the whole premise is that it's like fairy tales are like brought into like this real world, and there's this
Oh yeah,
whole,
Once Upon a Time. I've seen that show.
there's this whole mythology.
No, it's not as
So
dumb
it's
as
like
that.
it's like Once Upon a Time.
Nowhere
Man,
No.
Wolf of Among Us must be really Wolf of the Wall Street Among Us must be really
It's
bad.
different.
It
It's a
actually
movie.
technically came out before once.
But I
Upon a
like
Time.
Jonah Hill, so I'm conflicted.
Scorsese. It's not. That's a different thing.
That was a great movie though.
My point is that it's a good game. You should play it. I can't wait for the next. It's a mystery, which is really cool. So I
Yeah.
can't wait for the next.
Do you read the comics at all?
No,
It's
I didn't
if
know it
you-
was a comic.
Instead of
That's where it's
whodunit.
based off of.
Oh,
Yeah, it's based
Fable.
off a comic.
It's called Fables.
huh.
If you read, I read like the first 5.
Written by Peter Molyneux. Actually.
Really?
No,
He
Oh,
made
I see what
Fable.
you just did there.
If you read the first-
can't
it's
believe
actually
you
a
just got me
prequel.
on that one.
it's a prequel to the comics.
The one that we're watching now.
The game is a prequel.
Game?
And if you read the first 5 issues,
Yeah.
which I recommend, it will like you'll get like new revelations about it, and then the twist in the end of the first episode will kind of be like a little bit more mind-boggling.
I know. We went to PAX in Seattle, and Nicole had a press badge, so she got to go get in and see Wolf Among Us without having to wait in line, and she was like raving about it, and she like immediately ran out and tried to get the comics to read it and stuff. I don't think she actually.
It's real
found
cool.
them, but-
I mean, all the voice acting and all animation is like at the level of Walking Dead, which was incredible.
Yeah.
XCOM, which came out for iOS this year.
Oh fuck yeah! What's up?
Loopholes.
If
Is this Enemy Unknown?
XCOM Enemy
Yes.
Unknown. Yeah.
Okay.
If I had,
Because there was an XCOM that came out this year.
is Enemy Within
Yeah.
an expansion?
Yes,
Yeah, but not
it's an expansion. It doesn't like add. It doesn't like add on like a new. You're still. You play through the campaign of XCOM Enemy Unknown, but it like adds all these things into it. Like I think there's other factions that showed up.
Yeah.
I have it. I haven't played it enough, but it gives you like more. It's like the same game, but there's just more stuff in it. Basically,
You can turn people into like cyborgs.
Okay,
I think
that's cool.
Ken Levine referred to it as adding in rather than adding on.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get it, but this game,
It's not on iOS.
the only thing that sucks about this game is that I can't like I've got it for I have an iPad Mini. And it's the first generation, so it really can't run it. It
Oh.
crashes all the time.
Works on the 5S really well though.
So yeah, I'll have to play on 5S, but I really like to have it on my
Yeah.
iPad.
I
It'd be
feel you.
nice.
It's not that bad on 5. I've been playing on 5S.
Yeah, I love that game. That was my favorite full retail game of last year.
But there's so much of the campaign that I'm gonna have to like start over. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but
Yeah, that's why I haven't really played Enemy Within, is because I played like 70 hours of Enemy Unknown and got really far into the game but didn't finish. And then Enemy Within doesn't let me import my save. Like I have to start
What?
over. So I'm like,
that's nuts.
Yeah, but the good thing about Enemy Within is you can progress faster because of the things it adds.
Okay,
So it's actually ideal for your case.
maybe it's ideal for you, Kyle.
maybe it is.
Yeah.
I want to just give you some props. Kyle Churchill in my game doing real well.
Oh, really? See, I refuse to change the names of any of my characters because they come with names, and so I feel like they already have an identity, and I can't ruin that identity.
I don't feel that ideological about it. I don't have that same problem.
You have a Kyle Churchill?
Keith died
unless
away.
you did make a
Keith died immediately.
I'm honored that you did make a version of me.
Of course, yeah, but you died right away and I didn't care.
Can you make another one for me?
I think you've told me this already, and I was just about to say, like, someone else told me they made a Kyle Churchill who did really good, but I think that was just you.
The other one that's doing really good is Chip Rivers, the gay ex-Marine that I worked with at Starbucks.
All right.
Can you when you said that I died right away, what you meant was you got me killed right away?
Yeah. It wasn't like...
I didn't do a shitty job.
It was Keith's ineptitude.
I blame you. You missed your shot, man. You would have been fine if you just hit. Anyway, point being, great game. Fantastic. Already from last year. Walking Dead Season 2. Episode 1. At this point, I'm in the Walking Dead.
You're invested?
Deep in it. I'm in the trenches there. It's more of that. It's good. The logic of that game is just great. And it's like so consistent, just to go with your eternal logic term.
Oh, gosh.
Fucking.
Andy's mad because I said I didn't like...
No, stop it.
No, we're not getting into this.
There was
right
a
now,
horrible, ugly
dumb.
discussion about Breaking Bad that happened before we started recording, and
We're
I
not
don't
gonna
want
do it.
any part of this.
We're not going to do it. But it continues in that vein. There's they throw some more mystery in there for you. So there are things like that I'm really looking forward to in the rest of the season. In terms of like characters that may or may not come back or like disappear, all that stuff.
Question. I haven't played it. How is playing as Clementine? Because she's a little girl, like...
She can move shit.
I mean, like...
It's good.
So isn't she now effectively as smart as you are? Even though she's supposed to be a little kid because you're deciding what she does?
But she's like some time has passed. She's a little bigger. Not like a lot. It's not like she's a lot older. But
she hasn't grown
filled
into a
out
woman.
yet.
No. She's not bodacious at this point. But no, she's cool. It sounds like it's similar because I spoiled the Left 4 Dead, not the Left 4 Dead, the Last of Us storyline for myself because I'm never gonna play it.
Don't tell me.
You don't know it. You didn't play it. Okay.
I don't know it either.
Wait, none of you guys finished Last of Us?
I haven't even played it. I don't have a opinion.
Anyway, what happens? I'll talk to you. What happens with Ellie? It seems similar to that, where like it's very much like a coming of age, like coming into like her own.
You really just ruined The Last of Us for me.
I did not.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Did they, without spoiling anything, did they show you who she's seeing walking in the distance at the end of season 1? Clementine?
No.
Oh yeah.
So they didn't address that in this episode.
Not yet.
Unless he just forgot.
Unless maybe I forgot that scene first of all, but second of all, it might explain it at the very beginning if it's because she's with people at the beginning of the season 2.
Yeah, like in the end of season 1, she's like seeing 2 people walk by in distance.
Oh, then yeah.
They made it if it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Sorry, we had a little hitch in recording there, but we were just
He got upset.
I think all that happened was Miguel said that the 2 people walking off in the distance was like a big mystery at the end, and I said I think it's just maybe it was a little hook. It wasn't like a big mystery.
It was a beacon of hope.
That's all that happened.
Anyway.
Yep.
GTA 5 was my number 3. Again, we talked about this at the beginning.
Did we talk about this?
I'm not married. No, well, what I'm about to say, Keith.
Okay.
I'm not married to like my top 5 or 10 for that matter. Like they're not like I like all the games that are in this list, but like this, I'm not like super passionate about the top 5 games in particular. GTA 5 being like a prime example of that because I think that game has problems. And
game's got some problems. It's got some problems.
It's got some problems.
It has some big problems.
I did a scene. I played a mission where I had to move crates at a shipping yard.
I love that mission.
I liked that mission.
I love that mission. Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, the boring part of that mission is like 25 minutes long out of like a 30-hour game. But also, yeah, it was like
there's a lot more in that game that is boring.
You got to play with weird vehicles that you don't touch the rest of the game.
Yeah, and then Trevor's like this insane dude, and he's got to like do this super mundane job.
I'm not getting the cute or the apparently the story irony that's happening in there.
I just thought it was nice.
I found that
I
incredibly
just thought
boring.
we could all have a fun time.
There's also
It wasn't about killing people or drugs or money stealing.
It was a little bit about.
It was
stealing.
just a good, honest American doing an honest day's work for an honest wage, and
Yeah.
that's what really
He was
inspired
not
me
getting
about that
paid.
Misty.
Yeah.
It was an homage to Shenmue. So
I don't know. And then the Franklin, there's a whole line what Franklin does where he's just towing cars. Great.
I mean, that's optional.
Yeah,
the-
it is,
but the-
it is optional.
It is,
which
yeah,
it's optional. It's optional,
But
and then
it was-
also the dialogue that's happening there is
Is-
really good.
normal.
It's good.
It was pretty good,
And then he owns the yard.
and it was kind of cool because you're towing the car. It's kind of weird. It's not like driving a regular car. There's a car behind you.
It's kind of charming in that way. You're right.
Like the fact that these are so like. The fact that I'm defending these parts of GTA 5 is like why it's not on my list. That like I actually liked towing a truck, towing a car. or
GTA 5 is
something,
not on
like-
your list at all.
No, it's not.
Wow, that's interesting.
How much of it did you play?
I can't imagine.
I got to right before the second big heist.
I have no idea.
Oh,
You're-
man, that
you
second
didn't-
heist
you
is
didn't
really
do
good.
The military, the one with Trevor, that he plans.
No.
That one's great.
That's a cool heist.
That's
Anyway,
a really good heist. Did you finish it?
I feel like I'm like bashing the games on my list. This GTA 5 is.
That happens.
It's a good. I mean, it's also good. It's also GTA 5. I mean, it's pretty much what I expected, so I got that.
There's that really cool like electric roadster that's super super quiet, and there's like you have to. It's really hard to find, but once you find it, you can upgrade it, and it's fucking awesome.
Cool. I don't really get why there's no just fast travel in that game.
There is
There
taxis.
is taxis.
Yeah, but I didn't know that until now. so
So now you can finish it.
apparently I can miss that very fast.
I think GTA is in a weird spot because it's kind of like part of the essence of GTA. I think is tied into like the semi-realism of the world that it takes place in.
Yeah.
So like having real fast travel would kind of like cheapen it in a weird way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just driven.
Yeah, it's-
fucking
But it's like
all
I
over that
enjoy the
game.
driving so much in that game, and usually when you're driving, at least part of it is taken up by talking to someone either on the phone or that's in the car with you.
Yeah, it's a good way to like make you listen to a
It-
story that doesn't matter.
Oh man, why do you keep saying that? You like
What?
nothing. Like every time we brought up story, you're like, yeah, it doesn't matter, nothing matters. Like it's all characterization.
Andy, is there something wrong that you want to talk about? Nothing fucking matters, man.
Fucking stories this year, man. That's all I'm saying.
I think
Disagree. Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us,
what about your 2 and 1?
those have great stories.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
They're not
recapping
complete
your
stories
list.
though. They could go down.
They're not
big.
complete.
What's your numbers 2s and 1?
So number 2 is Pokemon Y.
yeah.
Oh.
Yes,
That's a really
I
good
just
game.
got Pokemon Y like a couple weeks ago.
I was shocked.
Dude, we got 3 Ys in this room.
I got X.
What's up? Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck off,
Good.
dude.
See, X is supposed to be the more popular one.
That's why you get Y.
But everyone I talk to has Y. No one I know has X.
The
Everyone I
monster,
know has
the
X.
monster on the front, the Pokemon on the front of that case is much cooler
It's
looking.
a bird.
Then-
It's like an awesome,
then-
cool looking.
I
Your
think the one on
Dragon
X
Bird.
looks cooler.
Yeah, I
just
think the
got
one on
Y
X
to be
looks way
different.
It's a deer with antlers that make it look like an X.
It's a fucking like
That's
giant
lame.
crazy. It's also the X legendary Pokemon is a fairy type, which is the new type. So I wanted to get that one.
Okay.
What's the Y one?
I mean, can't
It's
you just get both?
dark and dragon.
Can't you just get both?
No, you can only get one.
Oh, weird.
You gotta buy at Y and X.
I was shocked, but because we've ripped Pokemon apart before years ago, but I
I
was
never
shocked
did.
how just making 3D models and animations,
Yeah, it was, like, enough to get
was
you
enough
excited
for me
again.
to like buy in Pokemon. Didn't change really much else in the structure of that game
Yeah,
at all.
like you're playing like a 2D Pokemon and you see like a Caterpie, you're just like another fucking Caterpie. Seen a million Caterpies.
Yeah,
and
you
then
see
I
a
see like
3D
this
Caterpie.
beautiful 3D rendered Caterpie, and I was like, I fucking need that Caterpie.
Get it?
Especially because at least in the early parts of Pokemon Y, they put in. It was a lot of new Pokemon, and they put in old Pokemon, but they made the old Pokemon hard to find. So then it was like a game where I was like, I'm not leaving till I have a Caterpie.
Plus, you get XP for capturing Pokemon. Now.
You do.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
a
you do?
great.
You get
Yeah.
XP for
Wait.
all your Pokemon when you fight.
Who gets XP?
Your whole
'Cause
party.
Your
When you
character
only with-
doesn't have
only
XP.
with XP.
no, the
share.
Pokemon.
You catch
Yeah, but
some
you have
Pokemon
that
gets
on.
XP
Like,
bonus?
if you don't
Yeah.
have it on, you're
Yeah.
missing out a lot.
I don't
Because it
know.
used to be like either like you have your party, right? And then why would you ever catch other Pokemon? You already have the party that you want to use.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now you get XP for capturing Pokemon.
And you get XP, like the XP sharing is huge because
Okay.
before you'd have to like bring out one Pokemon and then quickly bring him back out.
Yeah,
so
the
he
way
can
they
get
changed
XP.
the
Although
EXP share.
I still do that because a lot of times I'll have a Pokemon in my party that is just for like using cut or some shit.
Yeah.
And so I don't really want to level them up or waste XP on them. So
Yo,
The world is cool though.
those rollerblades.
Yeah, it was
Well,
sick
but, yeah, they
rollerblades.
do stuff like it's nice. Like they're just like, all right, we're not gonna fucking make you wait halfway
Yeah.
till the game to get faster.
Here's the-
like,
I mean, it's still
Although-
Pokemon. I didn't like it that much, so it's not on my list. But rollerblades.
what is on your list?
I have no idea. He
Nothing
said that he
but-
had
nothing but the
4
best.
Wii games on his list.
Nothing
4
but the
Wii U
be-
games.
No, I said I have 4 Nintendo games on my list.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a good game. It's a little frustrating. I wish you had fly at the beginning of that game. Like,
Yeah, the fast,
Fast
travel.
travel.
You can call taxis though. so-
Your friends suck ass. Every moment I was around my friends, I was like, "Give me."
and you're always powerful.
yeah, that was the worst part. Is that
I was
instead
like,
of
I thought I got to pick my friends.
I kind of they tried, like, everyone wanted Pokemon to change for a really long time because it had been so stagnant. And one of the things that they've been trying to do differently the last couple of Pokemon games has been, instead of having a rival, you've got like a friend, and that shit is just driving me crazy. I want a
but
rival.
you still fight the friend. I don't know.
You still
She's
fight
like
the
a
friend, but they're always like nice to
passive-aggressive friend.
you. Like, I want
I-
a Gary that's a dick. And
I like
you
that-
fucking hate Gary.
You can kind of customize your character, but like you still need to wear a hat.
always gotta have a
like
hat.
motherfucker, every Pokemon trainer needs to be wearing a hat.
I accidentally named myself after my girlfriend in that game, and I thought I was naming one of my friends. So now they call me Allison all the time.
I always just name, or I didn't do this when I was a little kid, but now I just do the thing of naming yourself like the version of the game. So I just have a girl named Y.
Ah,
You guys don't nickname your Pokemon, right?
No.
no,
good.
Come on,
That's the worst.
come on.
What?
Every time you trade
hold on.
with
I really hate
in-game-
that.
One time, I think I got a Squirtle, and I accidentally said that I wanted to nickname it, so I have a Squirtle that's nicknamed Squirtle.
If you just,
Oh,
if
it
you
happened
just,
to me too. Yeah.
if you just don't put in any letters and just hit enter, then it just doesn't nickname it.
Wow,
Yeah.
Pokemon Master right here.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Sorry,
Good
Pokemon
pro
Master.
tips. Pro
Pokemon
tips.
Master, yeah.
Pro tips.
So yeah, that's a good game. It's I like it a lot.
The dungeon, or what is it? The gyms look cool. I just did
Gyms
like
look
that.
cool.
What's that gym that you're like in like space almost?
I don't know. I
Oh
haven't.
my god, spoilers.
I
Guys, I
haven't
only
gotten-
have one
It's not-
badge, relax.
It's not really space. It's like
Okay. You can't say that you didn't put it on your list because you don't like it. You didn't put it on your list because you only have one badge.
I still played a lot of it.
Yeah.
So slow, boring.
It's not that much.
Snoozeville.
it's not that slow though. That's the thing they changed about it.
Yeah, it's a lot faster.
You actually, to get the first 2 badges take like
Let's
way
be
longer
fair.
than usual.
Faster by Pokemon standards is not saying very much.
The rest of the game is very fast. The part of the game that you're in is not fast at all.
Okay.
My game of the year.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I'm
man.
so fucking ready for this.
I'm about to be super disappointed.
What do you guys think it is?
My
Pokemon
body's
X.
ready.
I don't know.
If
Saints Row.
Saints
4?
Row 4?
Nope.
Damn
Did you
it.
play Saints Row 4?
Wait, hold on. Like I can actually think about this.
Portal 2.
Hold on. No.
You know it if you dig deep.
Is it Halo Spartan Assault?
Oh, I don't know it.
Give us a hint.
This is
Papers, please.
Oh, damn. Holy shit.
Yes, fucking.
Holy
blowing up-
shit.
blowing
I never
up
played
this
through
list
it.
shit.
I'm sure that I would have it on my list somewhere if I
sure
played
you
it.
would
but
like
I-
Papers, Please is a bomb ass game.
It's a really good game.
Is Papers, Please on your list, Kyle?
It is.
Alright.
Here's my argument for Papers, Please, and this is why I wanted it at number 1.
Okay.
It most flawlessly executes what it sets out to do. I think more than any other, and that thing that it sets out to do is complicated and nuanced.
And what is that thing?
And I think it does that better. It is most complete realization of
Would
its
you
own
like to
concept.
explain
That's
what
I'm
it
saying.
is that Papers, Please does?
It's kind of about. It's like about fucking oppression and
It's-
immigration.
I've heard
So deep.
I've heard the
Yeah,
kind
man.
of game that Papers, Please is described as an empathy game.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard, a lot of games this year have had that as the genre.
It's kind of like Cart Life, except Cart Life is so horribly depressing that I can't even play it. But Papers, Please is still fun.
What's Cart Life?
Cart Life is where you assume the life of a person running a food cart. And it's like stuff like you got to go to City Hall to get a permit, but like City Hall is only open until 5:30 and you have to pick up your kid at 5 and then like you're living with your sister and she fucking hates that you're living with her and
Yeah.
like it's the most weirdly
Depressing.
thing I've ever seen. The whole game's in black and white.
Yeah. Well, the great thing about Papers, Please is it has a story, which is actually kind of interesting. And then it also has, like, in parallel to that, the gameplay is also reinforcing the story.
Yeah.
Like, in that you're in this like oppressive world, and the gameplay itself is kind of oppressive. Like, and you're actually learning a system more so than I think any other.
Yeah, you get better at like your job. Like
Yeah,
when
you
you
actually get good at this game.
when you start, like-
would have to get good at like being an immigration agent. Like,
when you start memorizing the issuing cities for the different countries,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh yeah, that's totally a issuing city for Kolechia. So yeah, you're good.
and you know like the seals and shit, or you pull that out. Like,
Do that seals?
Yeah, they bounce balls and then.
Yeah, okay.
It's the ultimate like role
I
playing.
was just having other kind of seal.
it is good.
It's morose.
It puts you in that role more than in like in the actual sense of like what role playing is. Like
Yeah.
it puts you in that role
Yeah.
more than any other game I think that I've played. Like
It's
And like the
pretty
choices
great.
that you
Do you
make
level
are
up?
like based off like your own moral.
Their perks.
You collect money that you.
well, and I also think it's interesting that it makes you self-interested in that you need to preserve your family.
Yeah, and-
but at the same time never gives you any representation of that family. It
Yeah.
doesn't like it makes like them as distant as the people that are coming through your checkpoint.
What's interesting is, like, I don't know how specifically realistic the game is, like, but it's pretty clear that, like, when you're playing it, that the game is modeled after at least something real that did happen.
Yeah. I think it's East Germany, West Germany, isn't it?
I don't know if it's that specific.
I heard,
it might be.
I heard like the creator just like he would go through when he went like from country to country. He was just always interested in the immigration that you have to go through for each one.
Yeah, but
Have you guys ever been through immigration before?
no.
No.
It's pretty like or customs. Like
done
when I went to
customs.
coming back from Peru, it's just funny how like you're like in a giant line.
After the heat had cooled off on you,
yeah,
the cops weren't on your tail
After
anymore.
those
and
4
you could
months
come
of
back
just
into the
hiding.
country.
Yeah.
No, but like it's cool because you're like in a line. Like I was like at JFK. You're in a line.
Is it cool?
It's cool the first time.
Okay.
Because it's like really funny to see
Well-
some people who are like really nervous because they want to get
Dueling drugs.
Well, actually,
No,
it's
like-
terrible because you have your entry ticket, and then you get up there, and it's like, sorry, we need passports now, and you're like, fuck, I have to come back tomorrow. It's pretty.
I guess it
messed
was
up.
cool for me because I didn't have anything to sweat. Like,
It's a papers please
Yeah.
joke.
fortunately, American.
I got it. I didn't play it, but I understood what you're doing.
Thanks.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
So it's a whole experience.
All right. Is there another? Who's next on the list?
Miguel?
I'll go. Yeah, sure.
All right.
All right. My number 10 game, Pikmin 3.
Oh,
It's like really. It's really oddly relaxing to play Pikmin 3 for some reason. It's not really that stressful, for me at least.
So would you say it's relaxing?
It's
I think-
stressful actually.
I think some,
Changed my mind right there.
Some people found it, I think, stressful because there's a time pressure where you drink one juice every day, and then you have to collect
Yeah,
the
but-
fruit to get more juice. I was always
I had,
way
like-
ahead.
Isn't that always true of Pikmin?
Well, before
No.
like the
Pikmin 2 did
first
not have a time
the
thing.
first one, yeah, the first one you had to beat it like in 3 days game time. This one you technically have to have fruit every day, like a juice every day, but you get like 10
Yeah.
days worth of juice all the time.
You would have to be like the world's worst Pikmin
Yeah.
player for it to ever affect you.
What else do you use juice for? Because if you're getting juice all the time, then how would
nothing.
you ever?
Nothing.
It's just for surviving.
So like the only way that you'd be bad at it is if you were always feeding your Pikmin juice when you don't need to.
No. If you were to just like never complete a level, and
Your human, or not, I guess they're not human, but like your characters drink one juice every night after
Yeah.
the day ends. It's like their like upkeep that they need to live.
Okay.
And
It's a ration.
you collect fruit in the game, and so the fruit gets juiced. So if you're not collecting enough of the fruit, like if you're going through days of the game without collecting fruit, then you're falling behind
okay,
on
I
juice.
see.
which pretty much means that you're like in the level doing nothing until night on purpose. Like it would be really hard to run out
Yeah.
of juice.
You'd have to not play the game to not play the game.
exactly.
Right.
Like,
Got it.
and it's just cool. Like it looks really nice. Like the whole garden vibe that it has.
Mhm.
Like one thing I kind of wish it did more of is like picking up relics of like human remains, like not human remains, like technology like left
What the
over.
fuck?
Yeah, like I think you're
Pikmin
talking about like in
2.
Pikmin 2.
Yeah, like that was always cool. Picking up like a giant like Coke bottle or the cap of like a Coke bottle or something.
Yeah,
like that.
in Pikmin 2, the characters were like collecting treasure, but the treasure was like a Duracell battery
Yeah.
and like a weird globe and like just weird junk. And
And
stuff
number
like
3
that.
is like all about fruit, which it looks kind of cool though. Like when you get the fruit and it mixes together, it makes like this really cool looking juice
Yeah.
that you want
So
to
the
drink.
frame rate always.
Yeah,
like,
it always
really-
goes from like 30 to like 1. when it gets to like the tip of the bottle.
The frame rate drops. Like the fruit goes up, and then you see the juice pour from the top of the screen and go into a bottle.
Yeah.
And when the juice comes down to pour in, like the frame rate tanks.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
The frame rate is on the Wii U, so even on I've been playing Wind Waker HD. The frame rate goes down pretty badly in that game.
Wow.
What?
Is that a function
Oh,
of
I
using the
think you're right.
gamepad?
Which one?
The giant
I
tablet
don't.
thing?
I don't.
Oh,
think so.
I thought it was. I didn't. At first, I used the controller and the nunchuck. Then I went to the gamepad only because I wanted the map like on me at
Yeah,
all
Pikmin's
times.
got a map, and you can control. You can order your
Yeah.
crew members around on the gamepad.
So you can do like three things at
I
once.
tried playing new Super Mario Brothers U with my brother because he got a Wii U
Yeah.
for Christmas. Can you not play multiplayer where one person has a gamepad and one person has a nunchuck? I mean, a Wiimote.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
I couldn't figure out how to set it up.
you can
It just-
definitely do that.
It like wouldn't. I tried for like 15 minutes.
You
It wouldn't
can't
work.
have like two Wii remotes, but you can have like you can't have. Yeah, someone has to be the gamepad.
Okay,
least.
because it was letting.
it's
it was letting
also
us,
different for every game.
Was it synced?
everything was synced. He could play single player on the Wiimote. I mean, on the gamepad. But as soon as we went into multiplayer, it only registered the Wiimote. It would not register the gamepad.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was very weird.
All right, so moving on. Number 9.
Wait, I just wanted to say real quick that about Wind Waker HD. That is a remake of the GameCube game.
Yeah.
And that GameCube game had frame rate problems too, so maybe that's part of it. I don't know.
So it's too faithful, I guess. It's just really weird seeing like a really like good looking game like
Can you
have.
ever be too faithful?
It
You
is
be old
it was
faithful.
disappointing.
All right, number
Not the best.
9. Another Wii U game that I didn't think I was gonna love so much. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
Yeah, what's up?
That is like a series that I've always wanted to get into for some reason, just because it just looks really cool having like a giant ass sword and you can just like stab a dragon. Or you don't really stab, you kind of just hit it.
A giant sword that you made yourself out of parts that you got from other monsters.
Yeah, you gotta like kill like 10 of the same monster just to get like one piece. And
It
when
sounds
you do,
violent.
it sounds
You
violent, but
posed
it looks
It is a video game.
yeah.
Ooh.
all these games that I have on my list involve some sort of killing. So, except for one.
But
But
does Pikmin have killing? I guess you're killing like those monsters.
yeah, you're like sending like
Yeah.
100 Pikmin at like one giant.
Oh yeah, there's also a lot of suicide in both
both
Pikmin. I forgot about how much suicide there was in that
Both
game.
the monsters and the Pikmin produce ghosts when they die.
Yeah.
Little sad ghosts that fly up.
And then
like-
they carry its dead body to your ship, and then you use that to make more Pikmin. So
I miss Pikmin.
I miss Pikmin too.
it's cool.
Guys,
it has like
it's here on the Wii U.
I
I'm
listen.
never
Maybe I'll
buying a
get
Wii
maybe I'll
U.
get Kevin Pikmin.
Never.
Never gonna buy a Wii U.
What?
I can tell you that right now.
Did you buy a Wii? Did you have
I
a
used
Wii?
my Wii once or twice before I sold it.
That's your problem.
sounds about right actually
Yeah.
for most people.
My
Fucking
little
guys.
brother got a Wii, so
I
I'll
love
get
the
him
Wii.
Pikmin 3 and just play it all the time.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Monster Hunter, it's really cool. I kind of wish it was bigger in America. I can
Is
see
it
why it's
like
not.
Pokemon? What's it like?
You know, you're not really catching any monsters. It's like pretend like you're killing monsters so you can get better armor. It's like the most selfish game ever, where if you want to have really cool looking armor, you gotta go kill like a bunch of monsters,
Okay.
and then up to like
imagine if it was Pokemon, but instead of catching Pokemon, you were Ash with a giant fucking
It'll be
sword
like
and
you're.
just killed them.
It's like you're picking quests, and like the different quests. Like there's a certain like environments, and you'll choose like a quest from like a list, and it'll be a quest about killing a specific monster. So you might have to like do that quest a number of times to get that item. But it's an online game, so you can play with people.
yeah.
Um.
Actually, me and Kyle played.
We
a lot.
played. Miguel and I played together a bunch of times. It was fun.
Yeah, and you have to prepare before you like go after a monster. You know,
Well, I'm
get.
glad you two are having fun together.
well, Andy, you're
It's like
always
the one-
on here.
U.
It was like the one thing we played online, and it wasn't. That shows how bad the online system for Wii U is.
Yeah.
We can't even invite each other to a game.
Is it bad still? I assumed that it was better.
Like you have a friends list, and I was
No.
trying to join this game. I thought you could like hit his name and do join game.
It's more a failing of
Yeah.
Monster Hunter 3 specifically.
No,
Is it doesn't
yeah.
have matchmaking, it just has like a
Yeah,
lobby
it's
system.
really-
Yeah, but that's a failing of Nintendo's online system.
Yeah,
that
it's true.
They don't have that.
Well,
back-
No, but I
Capcom,
mean
too,
this is the first one that's been on Nintendo consoles. Well, the original try was on Wii, but like it's had online I think in like PlayStation 2 versions and stuff, and that was always weird.
It
garbage.
seems like that's where it came from. The online.
Yeah, it basically feels like it has the it has the online system of a PS2 game.
Yeah, like the first time online existed like on a console.
Okay.
So that's disappointing, but it was still a really fun. Like, it was pretty much the only game I had for Wii U, but I didn't care because I just I
Yeah.
played it for weeks.
I played it like I put like 50 hours in it. I could have put in like another 50, and not seen everything. I kind of wish I still play it now, but I did kind of burn out on it, and I'm still waiting for number 4 to come to America.
So do you get why Monster Hunter is like a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played it for like 20 minutes. I don't get it.
Like the whole appeal of like just making your character have
I think
better
you
armor.
answered your own question.
I don't think you'd get it either.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
It's cool like
got
having like a
Breaking
giant
Bad.
monster. One person has like a gun, another person has like a giant sword.
Yeah, all the weapons are really different. They're really interesting.
Yeah, and I can
Swords
see
are
how it.
different from guns.
It's a lot of really deliberate combat. Like
Yeah.
a lot of most of the weapons are really slow, so you have to like make sure that you time it really well and that you know the monster well enough to know that it's not gonna like come and eat you while you're trying to swing your sword.
Is it turn-based?
No, it's
No, it's like real
time.
time action.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It's just everything's really slow and the monsters are really fast.
It's really slow.
Well, the thing is though, it's slow because you don't know the controls at first. Like I thought it was really cumbersome, but then once you get into like a rhythm of it, it's pretty fast paced. You can, and it's really rewarding. Like you and like 3 other people taking down a monster. So
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's not a flawless game, but it's pretty cool.
number 8, Ridiculous Fishing,
Yeah.
because that is the best iPhone game
That
or
is so
iOS game.
What is
So
ridiculous
good.
fishing? Is you just catch big fish?
So you throw like what's
A
like rod-
lure.
a lure, exactly. I don't know the fishing terms, and it's going down like this giant. It's going down the ocean,
okay.
and at the same time, you're like fish are like grabbing onto it.
They're trying to.
They're trying to, and then if one of them does get it, the lure shoots right back up.
It's like 2 phases. Like when you're going down, you tilt the phone back and forth.
Yeah, trying to
make
dodge.
You're trying to dodge all the fish to
Yeah.
get as deep as possible, and then once you hit one fish, it starts going back up, and then at that point, you start trying to catch as many fish as possible.
And then it
And
goes
when they
into
get-
Oh,
it's
okay.
3 phases because then when they get into the air, you shoot them
you
off.
use your finger and you tap on the fish, and that's like a gun, like you're shooting.
Okay.
yeah,
And you can get like different. You can get like a
That is
bazooka.
ridiculous. That's not how real fishing works.
it's
It's true.
It lives up to its name. It's like you can have like bazooka and you can like tap it once on your screen and it makes like this giant explosion and you're getting like all this money.
I feel like the meat would be ruined once you.
It's not really about that. It's really
Yeah.
more
No?
just about the art and the sport of it.
It's more about
Okay.
it's more about the sport.
And then at the very end you get like a top hat and you make it as long as you want. It's
Oh,
yeah,
you get
it's
big
a
top
great-
hats?
It's got a really cool progression too.
has like a
of,
built-in Twitter to it too.
Oh, what is it called? Birder?
Yeah, or something like that. And yeah,
It
BIRDR.
has a fake Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
This is the second game this year that has a fake Twitter.
What's the?
GTA 5 has fake Twitter.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know it had a
most
fake
sports
Twitter.
games
Yeah,
have fake
it's,
Twitters on it too now,
uh,
like Madden and NBA.
Yeah, a lot of
or
games have
something?
fake Twitters.
It's like, what is it? They reference it a lot. It's like Herder or something.
What is a fake Twitter?
Oh, herder.
It's
Yeah,
like-
it's like
A Twitter that's
Well, there's
built, is
also
like in the
Life
game that's
Invader.
like has like
Yeah.
fake people talking.
Oh, okay.
Like you've seen it in Ridiculous Fishing.
I haven't. I may have just ignored it completely.
That's like the funniest part of the game.
Maybe I
All the
ignored it.
things that they tweet.
It's weird.
And some of them are based off like real people, but they're like their names are changed. Let's see, number 7, Assassin's Creed 4, which I think is on this list mostly because it's like the one PS4 game I played the
Yeah,
most.
I was gonna say I'm waiting for my next gen console before I play.
It's
it.
really good on PS4. Like it's finally like a giant open world game that doesn't really have so many, like these weird bugs and all. Like how
Does
you
it-
played.
Does it have like really cool alternate history stuff in it? Because that's what I really like about Assassin's Creed games.
I think you got to give up that dream, man.
Yeah.
Nah,
that
it's
is-
mostly just pirate stuff.
I don't give a shit.
I mean, like, isn't Blackbeard like a real person, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking like the glyph. I just want like glyphs
not-
and the puzzles.
It's not there. It's not
I
there,
want
bro.
all that. That's
It's all-
all that
Well,
I want.
they take it to like a whole new level because at the beginning of the game you find out that you're working for Abstergo.
right,
and they're a game
like
company.
there's a meta. The game
Yeah.
is in the game,
Yeah.
right?
Like you're working for a company that's making the game that you're playing.
The game is still published by Ubisoft
Yeah.
in the game story.
So
published
it's sort
by
of like
Ubisoft.
a mix
Really?
between
Yeah.
previous Assassin's Creed games and Comic
Like
Jumper.
I think when you turn the game on, there's like a Ubisoft logo and then an Abstergo
Yeah.
logo.
Yeah. So it's like you work for the company.
I thought the whole thing was Abstergo were the bad guys.
They
They
are.
are.
It's Assassin's Creed got real weird after
Yeah.
the third one.
They are. You're
Wow.
like you start to find out throughout the game that what they're doing is
The idea
bad.
now is that Abstergo
And it-
sells game consoles that are basically like animuses for your home. And
Okay.
so it's like you're
You're still tapping into Desmond's because they don't need him anymore. They found a way to like take his memories.
Oh, great! They don't need the main character anymore.
But he's still related to Desmond, the character that you're playing as?
He like the pirate one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Connor's grandfather.
Oh, weird.
So he's like the
Okay.
father of the guy you play in the beginning of number 3.
Sure.
It's very loosely tied to like the rest of the Assassin's Creed series, but at least the pirate stuff is like really well done. Like,
Yeah, that's what everyone says. It's like, well, you know what? Like the story's kind of a mess. Everything goes but that game's
But then you're a pirate. You like make your own boat, but like you upgrade your own ship, and then you go to like an enemy ship, and you can board it, and you can swing across to the other ship, and you can just kill the pirates on that one. That sounds fun, but it would just bum me out so much gameplay in another Assassin's Creed game that is not. It does not feel like a direct descendant to Bro. Keith, yes, you have songs that your pirate crew will sing while you're sailing, and you can go to different places to collect new songs. New shanties.
so fun.
So to the feathers, they have pirate. They're shanties, and they run away. And you drink. How much grog do you drink?
you can drink a lot in the game.
Okay.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
just,
can I
and
ask
it
you a
looks
question? You got an Xbox One instead of a PS4. Why?
For one thing, I really want to play Titanfall and Halo 5.
Are they both coming out on?
No,
Five's not coming out.
Either of them.
No,
Titanfall will never ever be on PlayStation 4. So.
Actually, number 2
I doubt that.
Number
2 and 4 might.
There's no way that Titanfall is not going to come out for
I think
PlayStation 4.
They said that it will.
Forever be. They literally said
They said Titanfall 1 will
they
forever
did.
be.
Yeah. So maybe the next Titanfall, but
It will be on PC though.
Which would
It
be,
will be
yeah,
on
it's
PC.
true. Which would be dumb. Like, why would Respawn, if they can get everybody, why wouldn't they go for
Well, why would
everybody?
because
EA.
Microsoft paid them a buttload of money.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
just a huge.
But think of it this
ass
way:
load.
if this one is so successful, they'll probably get more money
Yeah, it's just
creating their own franchise than Microsoft will ever be willing to pay.
any exclusivity deal is just a matter of at what point it stops being a better financial decision to be exclusive than to not be
Yeah.
exclusive.
Yeah.
But I just think PS4 is in most ways it's just kind of like the consoles we have now but better graphics. And I feel like even if some of the weird new features of Xbox One aren't great, it's at least the most different, and I just want something that's different.
I mean, I think
Yeah,
it's more
I
than
see
that though. Like the PS4 though, the things that it's so everything is so seamless that like
Yeah.
it just works. Like
don't
no
know,
more slowness to it. No
I
more.
played around with the dashboard, and it's just like really confusing. I was like, I spent like
The
15,
PS4
20 minutes-
could?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
it was super weird. And like both, like if you have two people signed in at once, then you've got like two dashboards going on at once. You have to change.
Yeah,
between.
but that makes sense.
It's really, it does not make. I don't think it makes much
It's
sense.
like your
I'm
own.
sure I could get used to it, but it's just definitely not the
But
most.
you're also someone who's used to an Xbox, right?
right, but it's different than what an.
But
like,
the
it's
Xbox
just-
One, not that I'm like a fanboy of Sony. I'm just like the Xbox One. That UI seems really confusing to me.
Yeah.
It's
I
very
haven't
cluttered.
used it.
I really don't like. I don't like that it's still like their dumb Metro.
It looks
thing.
like it looks like Windows 8.
I can't,
Metro part of
I
it.
can't wait for them to drop Metro. Like it's good for
They're-
Windows
I don't know
Phone, but
that-
everything else.
I
is
don't
just
know that
stupid.
they're gonna.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
totally going to. I would give them two more years at minimum.
They
I mean, at
they
least.
finally made a strong
At most.
design decision, and I think they're sticking to it.
It's like their
They'll at least
identity
come
right
out with
now.
Metro 2.
Yeah, I feel like Metro. If they come out with a new Metro, I feel like it'll be so different that it's barely a Metro anyway.
Last
Yeah,
night.
I
maybe
just
by the
like-
time they get to Metro 2033, it'll
Is
actually
that?
So yeah,
Thank you. Good night.
Assassin's Creed 4 has good UI in it. Actually, the menu has like a Metro style to it. It's kind of weird. Number 6, Bioshock Infinite.
All right.
I think pretty much for the same, kind of the same reasons that Andy had. Like
I only said bad.
That he
things,
hates. Yeah,
so-
I get, but I think that's what I like about it too, though. That it's so,
Different?
it's like audacious in what it does.
It is ambitious.
Yeah, and like if you don't think about the story too much, and you kind of just like what's there, and you kind of just look at it, it's pretty good. Like if you
I know
really
that I
break
didn't-
down like the details behind it, you can spend hours. You can look at diagrams on the internet explaining.
I know that I
Why
didn't
people-
finish the game, but
Which I don't
everything
like.
in the story makes sense to me so far.
Yep,
Like-
keep playing.
What's that?
Keep playing.
It's quite an ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like probably like 2 hours from the ending at most.
This-
No,
should
the ending, the
probably have finished it.
last half hour
gonna. I
makes
haven't
the
had time.
game like
Yeah,
what,
it's-
confusing. Or I
Kinda-
guess
Kyle, think about your last year and then understand this statement. I haven't had time to finish a video game.
No.
No?
I
No.
think you can't understand until you finish the game the amount that
Yeah,
ending affects the rest of the game.
I think that's cool in a way too that it has that effect.
At first, it was cool, and then you start to ask questions.
That's why I don't ask
And
questions.
then you're like, wait.
I don't know. I think you should ask questions about everything, but I haven't gotten there, so it might suck and it might not.
if you
suck, but
ask
it's still on
questions
my
about
list.
everything in this game, yeah, it could be really stupid.
It breaks.
But it was fun too. Like it's just like you're like going on a ride. Like it sounds corny saying that, but
Yeah,
that's what it felt like.
I wonder even if we were having a spoiler discussion, if I could convince Andy that some of the things he thinks don't make sense do, because I know I got to the end of the game and felt like because I had missed certain audio logs that I didn't like. I thought parts of the story just didn't make sense, and then I had to have like someone else explain it to me. I think there was actually like a YouTube video that did it, and then it made more sense to me. But I think the fact that I had to go to an external source to be like, please explain this story, is just
You did
weird.
the same thing about Halo 4, but did not knock it. For
Yeah,
that.
see, I just ignore all that, and it makes
But
it a million times better.
The story of Halo 4
It's
wasn't
bad.
like you
Shut up.
Holy gold did not get in my.
You didn't get to the end and not understand how like what the ending was or like how it made sense. Okay, for what Halo 4? I'll finish Bioshock and GTA. And then the DLC would be like 10 times more.
Oh, you're saying that Halo 4 is not a good story? I agree.
You were saying that.
Okay.
I don't even remember what happens in Halo 4.
I'm just making Kyle mad.
Halo. I mean, let's be real, you guys. Halo was never the story was never really the primary draw of those games.
I liked the story.
Not, and I don't mean to say that as like a.
It's not the best story in the
I'm
world.
not apologizing for a Halo 4 story because I think it was a good story.
So let's see. Number 5, Ni no Kuni.
Really?
What is that?
It's an RPG, Sony exclusive.
Is it that little kid
JRPG.
with the orange hair?
Yeah, it's like
Okay, yeah.
the was it Miyazaki?
Studio Ghibli.
Studio Ghibli.
Okay, yeah.
Their game, they made like the art for that game. I haven't really played many RPGs in my life, but this one, I think because I don't play that
see.
many, I don't see many of the flaws that other people see in it.
Oh, okay.
And I thought the story was like, your basic.
You're in my fucking way.
Coming of age kind of thing, but graphically it looks really. It looks like you're playing. It doesn't look like a beautiful game. I never did it, but I did want to. And it has 3DS.
They're in Japan. They're like a
Okay.
3D, and it has Pokemon elements to it because you are catching monsters and you're using that to.
That part sounded cool.
It's like real time / strategy at the same time because you're running around as like as a person. Wait, so it's for 3DS in Japan. What is it for in this? PS3.
It's for PS3.
It's like the 3DS version is like a different telling of the story. Oh, okay. And the PS3 one is like a proper. Oh, that's why I played it. This is for PS3. You know.
Yeah.
It's and like it has like their like FMV cutscenes.
Cutscenes are actually just Studio Ghibli animated cutscenes, and those look really cool.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I liked it. Good. Number 4, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Great.
I thought that game was amazing. Yeah, me too. All the missions were. Even the container
All the
one.
missions. All the missions.
Yes, all the mission. I'm gonna
Wait,
stick by
Kyle,
that.
can you say a mission that you think was bullshit? What mission don't you like?
The one where you move crates.
No, Kyle likes
like
that
a
one.
peon.
That was fun.
That was
That was fun because it's like I heard about it before I played it and it thought it would be not fun and I played it. It was fun.
I think it's just like the whole like, oh man, like this shipping yard looks so cool, so convincing, and then it was kind of funny at the same
I don't
time.
have that same whatever bug that is.
I don't know.
But it's an entire game about where you're constantly breaking the law, constantly doing terrible things,
And then they go, okay, spend 25 minutes doing actual fucking job.
I don't give. I'm sorry. I can't give Rockstar the benefit of the doubt on.
You think they just thought it was going to be fun for one of them? I mean, it's the same argument for Papers, Please. Yeah, Papers, Please, like, entire game
That's
makes
sort of the story of the gameplay.
It does because it's like preparing for your next heist, and at the same time, it's not finally when you get to play the heist. It feels that much cooler because like, all right, I did the grunt work. Now I can kind of like, it makes it easier. I don't know. I think it's a good pacing to it.
Okay.
If you're just constantly always going and robbing somebody, like, after a while it gets monotonous. I think the game is a little bit slow. Like the amount of heists. I think the amount of heists. I think that the time between the heists is too long. Yeah. The time it takes to get to the first heist is too long. But I don't think there's anything wrong with the fact that they make you take out 25 minutes and do this like cool weird thing.
Well, that's just like my main example. Like there are other instances, like I don't have them listed alphabetically in my brain where like that is. It's just the pacing is weird to me. I don't like it. Anyway.
Like yeah, like I gotta see like
I hate that.
Everything's about Halo, huh?
No,
Halo 4 is better than GTA 5?
gosh, it's really hard.
Yeah,
I think
it's definitely way better.
That does make sense.
I think Halo. Fuck, I keep saying Halo.
I think GTA is just a little outdated, a little outmoded to me. Yeah, I agree. It's a little, I don't know.
I agree with the giant
I don't-
bomb guys when they say like that.
I-
I think Saints Row does what that series originally set out to do.
Saints Row, still keeping it alive.
But that's what I don't like about Saints Row. Like I never understood why people like it so much. It's that you
Because
get
it's
so
great.
You
We're
get
gonna have
so
some
many
really
problems
good.
later on.
You get so
Yeah.
many powers. Like after a while, you just kind of. It's the same thing I was saying earlier. If you're
After a
constantly,
while, it's still super fun always.
it's frustrating after a while too, because you got the missions always boil down to just like hordes of enemies coming at you, while you have to go activate like this power node, and the shooting it really isn't that good, and flying around is fun, but it's not really fun while doing combat because you're going too fast running.
Well, why don't we save this discussion for
All
when
right.
someone actually likes and appreciates what Saints Row 4 was doing for the medium of video games?
Kyle, what's your number one?
I can't tell you.
Is that your number
Until
one?
later. I don't know.
I just want to know if it's
All
your
right, we
number
gotta
one.
we
'cause
gotta
it's-
keep moving here.
Yeah, we got
'cause,
number 3, Gone Home.
Yeah,
That
that's a
game
great game.
is-
I
great.
I have a feeling that would have been my number one game if I.
You should really
Someone
play
to play
Gone
it.
Home.
It's pretty
fucking
good.
Great.
It's
Fucking Robert Ashley ruined the story for me.
Why? How?
I went to the GFW reunion panel at PAX, and like he just said it, and everyone in the room was like, "Dude," and he's like, "It's been out like a month. Come on."
Did you play it?
I played it a little bit. Yeah, it was still cool, but
You should play the rest of it. It's really good, even without that. Like,
yeah, I will probably.
There's not one thing about that. Like, it's really about the learning.
Yeah,
it's just like really neat, like going into this house, empty house, and then having it kind of like spook you a little bit.
Yeah,
But then the game starts to get a little bit more It opens up. You
Yeah,
start to know
it was
more story.
really like it was a scary game for the first.
Yeah.
Like I was like, what is going on in this house?
And that's like the good kind of horror. I don't like the horror like the blood gore or like things
Yeah,
popping
yeah.
out. It's more of just like
And
messing
it's
with
not-
your mind,
Yeah,
thinking.
it's not a horror game at all. But you like, I bought the game not knowing at all what it
Yeah,
was
same
about.
here.
And I go and I'm like, what's going on? Inside? Why is my family not here? What's going on? Like,
Yeah.
it's really cool.
And it's definitely like a really heartfelt story, something that's never been done in video games. I won't spoil it, but I'd recommend anybody play it.
Yeah. It's like a really, really awesome version of Dear Esther, and Dear Esther's a game that I really liked anyway.
But it's more involved than that.
Yeah.
You're not being like fed the story. You kind of have to like
You're discovering it and you're taking the time to go and
yeah.
collect.
And it does audio logs really well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Way better than Bioshock.
If Bioshock killed audio logs, Gone Home brought them back.
Number 2, Super Mario 3D World.
Get the fuck out of here.
Really?
That game.
Kyle
is
hates
just,
that game. I haven't played it, but it
That
seems like it's an
game
irrational
sucks.
that
hate.
game is just pure.
I don't
fun.
hate it. I don't hate it. I just
You just
don't.
said that
Just
game.
say get the
fuck out of here.
Yeah,
that game
get the
sucks.
Get the fuck out of here. Number 2.
How
game of
much?
the
How many
year.
hours have you put into that game?
A number of hours.
2, 3.
More than that. I don't know.
Did you play by yourself?
I played multiplayer one time.
Oh, okay.
You and I should play more of it. Maybe you'll like it. I mean, I know that we'll get to it eventually.
It's
but-
not bad. It's just not.
It's just really fun.
It's not Super Mario
It's-
good. It's like some other game good.
Like what are you comparing other like Mario Galaxy? Is that like your
Yeah.
pinnacle?
He loves Mario Galaxy too.
Mario World, Super Mario Brothers 3.
But this does similar things in terms of like
It does, showing you like new ways of playing it, and then kind of throwing it out to the next level.
Confuses this like a
Was that one level?
of Mario Galaxy.
It's Super Mario by the same team. It's Super Mario 3D Land, but on Wii U. You know, it's more than that. Like, it does way more than that. It's like it is the newest 3D Mario platform. It's like it's not the same thing.
Galaxy though.
It's a perfect middle ground between 3D Mario and 2D Mario.
Yeah.
So it's a 3D game where you can run around, but it's all stuff that's like 2D, where like you get power ups and you do a lot of platforming.
Okay.
Like if you had told me that flagpole at the end, if you had told me that the game would be fun like co-op, I
I would
thought
be like, no, this game, no way, single player all the way. But I played with my 2 other brothers. It's way more fun co-op.
It
I mean,
is,
it's really
yeah.
fun by yourself too. But it get like at least the later levels, you really can't play co-op because they get so hard that it's hard to manage like 3 people on the screen at once.
Yeah, I have to say I heard a lot of people say that the co-op wasn't that fun, but I got to play it a little bit 3-player and it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Like
God, that Super Mario Galaxy though, that was a great game.
Right?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, imagine if they made a third one of those instead of Super
No,
Mario
they
3D
shouldn't
World.
make any more Galaxy games. It's
So-
good. I think they're great, but I want like, I mean, yeah, 3D World really does have 3D Land qualities to it. So I'm hoping that the next Mario game is like something I never even could think of. I don't know. Kind of like how Galaxy. No one thought Galaxy would be like the next setting for a Mario. You know what I
Miguel,
mean?
can I ask you a personal question?
Let's hear it.
What's your number 1 game of the year?
That's too personal. I'm not gonna give
All right,
that.
that's fine.
Andy, please, come on.
sorry,
You
guys.
just
How can
met
you
me.
add? That's racist.
Hey,
It's racist.
Come
Yeah.
on, please. You know
I
how it
have
feels.
always
You
kinda
know I'm
thought about
sensitive
that.
about that.
Alright.
I have thought that about
To be fair,
you.
he does not know that you're sensitive about that.
I'm a white man.
So my number 1 game of the year, because I was told to tell it, is The Last of Us.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Which
That's, as far as I know, that's fair.
Yeah, Keith doesn't have PS3.
uh
Andy doesn't have a PS3.
oh.
I have PS3. I played about 30 minutes or an hour of the
What's
game.
with all these
What are you
games
doing
that
not
no
beating that game, bro?
And I meant to come back and play it, but I just never did. And like I always looked at it on my shelf and just never felt like playing it. And then Pikmin or something was coming out, and I traded it in.
It
to
came
get
out
a
like-
game.
You traded it in?
What?
You sold it?
Yeah, I had to get.
That's
like,
why I buy all my games digital now, so I don't force myself to trade in games like I used to.
Oh well, I don't know if that's a good
I did
reason.
the same thing with.
I think
GTA
for me it
5.
is. I back in the day I would trade in so many games
Trading
now,
GTA
and like I
Yeah.
regret.
Did you beat it?
No, that's why I didn't play more.
Oh
of it
yeah,
for
you did
Game
that.
of the Year.
Do you want to borrow it from me, so that you can play more?
Borrow what?
Maybe someday.
Borrow
Okay.
what?
GTA 5.
Open
he
the
traded
door,
it in
please.
Before he was even at the
Please.
first heist.
Thanks.
But so anyway, Last of Us, really great game.
Can I borrow your PS3 so I can play Last of Us?
Yes.
Why not?
I don't
Maybe
know.
you can borrow his PS3, not mine.
I don't know.
Andy's not the best borrower.
I share my PS3
I
with
am.
people, so
I still haven't gotten my copy of God of War back from you.
Go,
to
we're
be
gonna-
fair, it took you like
we're
8
gonna
months to
talk.
give me Dragon's Dogma back.
We're gonna talk.
Yeah, but I'm not impossible to reach.
That's true.
I don't fall off the face of the earth.
Neither do I.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
That's kind of a
Where's this
low
going? I'm
blow
confused
in the
now.
middle of our podcast. Kyle goes.
It's going to my
do we
list.
have more of a more?
Oh, do you want to talk about Last of Us?
Last of Us?
I'll just say that I'm tired of zombie games, even though there's not really zombies in it.
True that.
But they do it really well in this game.
Okay.
It's
And the game could have been good just without zombies if it was humans on the brink of extinction. But it's really good. I think it's a really well told story. Doesn't have bullshit things to it like Bioshock Infinite does. You kind of get, you know what you get.
Yeah.
You understand the story front to back, and it's really sad.
Okay.
And I have one more thing.
I want to do my game next.
You want to do your list?
Can I just say one last thing?
Yes.
I have a special list. The most regrettable purchase of 2013 was SimCity. I was gonna say that.
Oh.
I was so excited for that game, and then it just got.
I heard that was a great game, but it was broken. Is it a great game?
It's not.
Because now people are being like, it's actually not a good game even.
I don't know.
That's
I saw
what I
that on
heard.
Polygon gave it like a 9 before it was actually
They gave it like a
released.
9.5 because the guy was like, "This game is so addicting. I love it." Oh wait.
And then as soon as it came out, they were like, "Okay, it has so many problems. It's a 4."
It was divisive. Some people really liked it. Some people thought that if it didn't have any technical problems, it was a really great game, and some people thought that even if there were no technical problems, it wouldn't have been.
But like not even because you don't get like a big city, and if
Yeah.
you want one city, if you want to just play one city, your city won't do well. It forces you to have another city that it's like, oh, this city is going to be the one that gives you all the water to all the cities around it. Instead of it just having like one massive city that's really good at getting water, good at getting like electricity, good at coal mining. Like
See, that sounds terrible,
it is.
and it sounds like something that I would really, really hate. But I guess I'd have to play it, which I never will.
yeah.